What's good, everyone? Joining up the live right now here on the YouTube stream. I hope everyone's having a great day so far. It's good to see everyone starting up the live. How's everyone doing today? How's everyone doing? We are banned on all of the main account on all the TikTok accounts that I own today. The main account on TikTok, the third account on TikTok, the second account on TikTok. My girlfriend's account's also banned. So we don't get that back for I think another day for at least my main account. Let me make sure on that. But what's good, everyone joining the stream? We're on Matt's account. Matt has been incredibly nice enough to allow us today to use his account. So can we get some W's for Matt in the comment section, everyone? W's for Matt in that comment section. Thank you, man. I appreciate it as always. W's for Matt in the comment section. It seemingly is the case that we've got one more day until I get my main account back. I think I get it back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Najia, thank you for the $2. Thank you. For first, based. W Matt in the comment section. W Matt. Such a great friend. We're going to start getting some people here very soon. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Hopefully everyone's doing good so far here. I just need to because this is my normal sitting position. I need to set up this background with my normal sitting position. There we are. There we go. There we go. Alrighty. What's up, everyone joining in? What's good? What's up, Gianna? Thank you for the $5. Thank you. Parker, is your voice deeper? It's just earlier in the day. Alyssa, thank you so much for pushing the $5. Thank you. Early Parker is weird. I know, right? Tomorrow, it should be a little bit later in the day that I hop on. So I should be back to relatively normal times tomorrow. At least let me check what day it is. It's gonna be Saturday tomorrow. I think so. I'll keep everyone updated on my plans for tomorrow. Damn, it's Friday. I thought it was Saturday today. What's up, everyone? Though we're gonna start getting some debates up here very, very soon. Start getting some debates. Why so early? I got stuff to do later. Plus, yeah. I think it's just stuff to do. I don't think it's anything else today. I was going to say plus, that was yesterday. I was like, Dean's going to get on at 3 o'clock. That's yesterday. I think I need to be off by 5 o'clock or something. And if I get on later, it's going to be when Dean's live. Milwaukee Atheist, thank you for the $2. Thank you. How can I send resources? There's a Discord in the link tree in my bio. Lorraine, thank you so much for the Galaxy. I really appreciate it. I probably will create a thing for sources. Something like that, and then maybe someday we'll have a thing to go through the sources. Najia, thank you for the $10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm so sorry to hear that. That's crazy. I hope that we have a good day here on the stream, everyone. Hope we have a good day here on the stream, hopefully. Appreciate the hand heart. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello?
Hi, Parker.
How old are you?
I just want to say hi.
I appreciate you. I am just looking for some debates. Please, everybody, only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
22.
And do you support Donald Trump?
Yes.
What's your birth year?
2002.
Why are you spamming in the comment section that I'm scared of you?
Just to get up here, because I wanted to debate you.
Okay. All right. Why do you support Donald Trump?
It worked.
Well, I mean, it's 4 minutes into the live. You're the only Trump supporter in the live so far.
Yeah, true. I'm a conservative, so I align with the right more than the left. I don't agree with the ultra liberalism that we see nowadays. Yeah.
Okay,
not really well versed on economics, but social values and things of this nature. I think it's a lot.
So you're not against liberal
view of life.
You're not against liberal economic beliefs. You're against social liberal beliefs.
Yes, big time. I think that they're destroying society.
Okay, so to clarify, you think voting for a guy held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman that bragged about walking into the changing rooms of girls at Miss Teen USA because he quote unquote owns the place to inspect them without their consent. He said he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years is going to be a better influence over our culture?
Well, just the right, yes. Like just the right conservative values, I think, is a lot better for
What
society
conservative
than the
values? Cheating
left.
on every single one of your wives? Which one?
Well, I mean, we can hone in on him, or we can look at like the broad general idea of the right versus left.
So like,
I mean,
what is
we can
that?
hone in on him if you want, because I would say that he is a less virtuous person than Kamala. Well, I don't really know Kamala because no one really knows a whole lot about her.
We do.
Um, we do?
Yeah, like I just think you just didn't pay attention. That's your fault.
No, yeah, no one really knew a whole lot about her. We know
Can you
more
name
about
one
Trump. He's all out there.
name one policy of Trump's you like? Be specific.
To get out the illegal immigrants.
Get out undocumented immigrants. Can you name one economic reason why undocumented immigrants are harmful to our economy?
Well, it changes the culture over time.
So it's not harmful
Like
to
I have
our
a lot
economy.
of teachers.
It changes the culture.
Like I have a lot of
so does legal
in my
immigration.
family.
Do you disagree with legal immigration?
Just let me finish. Legal immigration?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
You disagree with it?
No, I think it's a good thing.
Okay. Well,
I think anyone that comes here legally and does does whatever prerequisites you have to do to get here, I think that's a positive thing, sure. But illegal immigration, I don't think that's a good thing. I think influx of people just coming here, changing the culture over time. Like I have a lot of teachers in my family, and whenever like 10 years ago compared to like 10 years ago, them saying like their working conditions compared to now, like nowadays they have to have like a separate teacher in the room to help like with the kids that don't even know English. It's becoming a burden. And then what happens over
That has
time to
nothing to
that?
do with undocumented students.
Real quick.
No, I just don't like the bullshit. I really don't like the bullshit. That's a specific.
What's the bullshit?
Shut up, or I'll just kick you. Okay. I'm not going to deal with the bullshit today. This is ridiculous, right? You're saying it's changing our culture, right, in a negative way for people to come here and to speak a different language. That's one, that's insane. Two, that doesn't only result from undocumented immigration. Legal immigrants come to the country and they speak different languages. You know that it is the case that if you live, right, in the country that has almost 20% of the population speaking Spanish, that there's going to be a lot of people that speak Spanish. Like, that makes sense, right? Spanish is spoken incredibly a lot in the United States, and the fact that it's not recognized really pisses me off. There's no official language of the United States. English isn't the only language. A hell of a lot of Americans speak Spanish, and you should get your head out of your ass and realize that. Phoebe, think of the $5. It's not a bad thing.
Well, do you think it's a positive thing if over time English isn't even the main language of the United States anymore?
I don't care.
You don't care?
Don't care.
Do you care if other cultural things would change as well?
Tell me what would change, and I'll tell you if I care.
Well, I don't know. I think that the conflicting cultures, like just allowing a bunch of, I'll be, charitable to you. I'll say undocumented, because I know you'll have a conniption if I don't. Undocumented people coming here, like we have just a bunch of different, cultures of undocumented people coming here. There's going to be conflicting things in the culture, right? Like,
what's wrong about there being different languages? I don't see how it's conflicting.
well, I think that a nation should have, it should have one dominant language and one dominant culture. But if you have just a bunch
No,
of different cultures,
I'm good.
they're going to conflict with each other.
No, I
And then you're
disagree
gonna have
with
to make
that. I
laws,
disagree with that.
And then you're gonna have to make. Hold up, real quick.
No, real
Because
quick.
every law-
real quick. I think that you should just learn a different language. I think you should just pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Stop being so lazy.
How many languages do you know?
I only know one.
Oh, okay. It's funny that, huh?
Yeah, if you have an issue with it and you just want to know how to speak the language, then go learn it. Don't sit there and be a fucking bigoted piece of shit and be like, oh, there should only be one fucking language in this country, and changing the country so that there are multiple different languages recognized by the country would be ridiculous. It would be absurd. Like,
No.
listen to yourself, dude. One, you said undocumented immigrants are the only thing that leads to a change in the way that we use language, which is ridiculous. And two, you also referenced the idea that specifically in terms of a change of language, that would be a bad thing. Well, I just want to let you know, my girlfriend's parents speak Spanish. Is there anything wrong with that?
No,
My girlfriend speaks
why do you
Spanish. Is there
think
anything wrong with that?
Why do you think that me saying that because they speak Spanish, it's a bad thing?
Well, that's what you're saying.
I'm
You're
saying
saying
that
that's a
there
bad
should be
influence of
one-
our culture.
Well, there should be one unified, overarching culture in a society,
What do
in
you
a
mean by
nation,
that?
right?
What do you mean by that?
Like, I think that a bunch of different cultures coming together there will be conflictions with each other, and then we have to make laws, because all the law is taking something away from some person and giving it to another. That's all what every law is, basically. That in some sense it is that. So like, are we going to make laws that are going to, they're obviously going to conflict with different cultures, right? And then we have to make exceptions of these, and then the whole thing just like starts tumbling down because there's just so many conflictions with each other.
Okay. So when you say conflictions, you just mean that people are using different languages, right? That's all you mean?
No, this is another straw man.
Well, then what do you mean by conflictions?
Like in Texas, the heartbeat bill, like Satanists were able to bypass that because their religion said that they could have like a an abortion like after a certain period of time, even though the law stated otherwise.
Wait, are you
So
serious?
so we
There's
made
no way.
exceptions for that.
Stop. One that has nothing to do with immigration. I don't know why you're changing the
Well, it's
topic.
just it's an example. You can like just sit up here and laugh, but it's like an example of a culture or religion,
Has nothing to do with
which
immigration.
those are. I'm giving you an example of how you can make an exception based upon, your culture or religion, and then the law is going to have to bend. But then what happens when you have multiple different cultures in a society and they demand different things so they each get equal representation? You're going to have to make laws and laws and laws and laws and laws, and it's going to breed a lot of problems. I think we should have, I think for society to be, conducive, it should have a dominant language, a dominant culture. And that's not even like race. It's just like certain things that we agree on.
Okay, so again, you are not specifically answering my questions. I'm going to ask you one more time. What specifically does someone speaking a different language conflict with our culture in such a way in which you see it's bad?
Well, that's not my argument.
That was what you were originally arguing. You were arguing that undocumented
No.
immigration is bad because there were people within the school system speaking Spanish. That's literally what you said.
No, I said that is one variable, and you're trying to make that as if that's my whole holistic
I'm
argument.
asking you very specifically because you brought it up as an example. How does that conflict with our culture in a way in which you see as negative?
Because I'm showing you blatantly like that teachers nowadays, it's hard for them to even communicate with certain students. What happens 30 years from now? Do we just get rid of all the English teachers? And that's like the most baser like thing in society is schools. So what if like we have all schools with Spanish speaking kids, and then they grow up and then like every business is Spanish speaking? What do we do with English? Like we just get rid of it, or like what do you think?
So one, not every.
I'm genuinely curious because this is just what I'm like seeing could happen.
Yeah, so one thing is that Spanish speakers aren't going to be the entirety of the United States. You understand that there is still going to be English. It's not going to 100% go away, right? Also, the idea that you have
That's
that,
why
like,
I'm giving
can
you,
you be
like,
quiet?
the
Wait, I thought you were
hypothetical.
making such an issue with me cutting you off, and now you're cutting me off? Thank you. So again, in terms of the school system, again, it's not going to radically change across the board. Most schools still like have a majority of students that speak English. The idea that you'd have like a majority of students speaking Spanish is one, not true, and two, you can hire bilingual teachers. Did you know there are bilingual teachers?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, so what's wrong with hiring more bilingual teachers? Frisky, thank
Well,
you for the galaxy.
I'm just curious, like, I guess you just don't see that as a problem.
What do you mean?
I kind of do. I see it as a definite potential
How?
problem.
How is this a problem?
Well, it shows that there are other cultural things that are changing.
Well, okay, but how is culture changing a bad thing? You agree culture has changed over time, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Okay, so explain to me how culture changing in this type of way is a bad thing.
Well, you would agree that it would be bad if it happened to another country. Say if like a bunch
No.
of English-speaking people went to Japan, subverted their culture, and then they like started over
Subverted their
time
culture.
taking
You're acting
over.
like it's intentional. And also, we can acknowledge historically speaking how English speakers have gone around the world, specifically for imperialism, have forced themselves around the world and forced their language upon people. That's happened historically. You're talking about legal immigration.
Yeah, and you would say that that's a bad thing.
Yeah, that because it was specifically imperialism and because it was forceful. If it was legal immigration, there's no issue with that. Pretty,
We're
thank
not
you so much for the
talking about
$10.
legal
Thank you so
immigration.
much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
I already said that legal immigration is a good thing. I think
But
anyone that wants
you
to come
agree
here
that it
the
changes the
legal way,
culture, right? You
it's
agree
a
that
positive thing.
you agree that it changes the culture, though, right?
Legally, no, I think that they like assimilate.
Okay. So what tells you that
I don't think
undocumented
that they just change the culture.
what
But if
tell
you illegally come here,
what tells you undocumented immigrants do not assimilate, but legal immigrants do assimilate to your definition?
well, I just think that like whenever like an influx of illegal immigrants come here, it just like byproduct, it'll happen. Is that like
Not
is
a
that wrong to
response.
think that?
Not a response to my question. What was my question?
Okay, say it again.
Okay. How are undocumented immigrants going to affect it any differently than documented immigrants?
Because I think that the people that come here legally, they have to like do some sort of assimilation. But whenever you just cross the border illegally, you're not really putting any effort into learning about. Because you have to take a test whenever you do it the legal way. So I mean, you're at least learning parts of the culture, parts of the American way of life, etc. But whenever you just come
Do
here,
you think you should have to take a civics test?
I think that I think you should.
You should.
I think if you're gonna
In order to become a legal citizen,
if you're gonna become a citizen of any other country that you weren't born in, and you're gonna try to become a citizen, I think that you should take a civics test.
how many branches of government are there?
3:
What are they?
executive, legislative, and judicial.
Okay. What is one right or freedom that the first or no? Give me 3 rights or freedoms that the First Amendment protects.
Assembly, freedom of the press, and speech. I mean, I know it's under speech, but assembly, freedom of the press. I don't know. Give me a third one.
Freedom of religion, right?
Yeah, freedom of religion.
And freedom of
There you go.
association, again, which is violating exactly what you specifically just said in terms of like saying that like it's bad for America's culture to change because people can come here and have freedom of association and freedom of speech. What happened? What happened to that?
What are you talking about?
You were acting like speaking a different language was harmful to our culture, but freedom of speech is an aspect of our core American values that you said people would have to learn when coming to the country.
Well, it just, I think that it could definitely be a harm, yeah, for sure. Especially if it happens like.
Well, maybe
not
you
in a
should learn it yourself.
gradual
Clearly, you didn't learn
well,
what
not
like
if
freedom
it-
of speech was yourself.
Not if it happens in a gradual progression way, I think it would be much better than like if it happened in like, millions of illegal immigrants coming over like, I don't know, 20 years and then the language being changed, etc.
Again, what's the language isn't going to change in 20 years. I don't know what you're talking about. Also, like you understand that there are
It's
other countries
hypothetical.
or there are other countries around the world that have multiple languages that are very common. Again, for example, within Canada, French is a common language. Is that an
Yeah,
issue
sure.
in Canada?
No.
Then why is it just an issue in the United States for us to have Spanish speakers?
No, it's not. I'm just saying, like, if it happens very quickly, it could be a very harmful thing, I think.
What do you mean very again, how? How is it harmful
It
that
just
someone
will put
speaks a
out-
different language?
It's all about the speed of it happening. First off, I think, like, if a bunch of English-speaking people, like, over a decade or two, like, had a lot of trouble because, like, over time, a different language was becoming dominant, I think it would be a disservice to those people that were born here and legal citizens rather than,
wait.
like, an
I-
undocumented person
Wait, I
that
thought
just
you don't
gets to
believe
come
in
here by virtue of empathy.
I thought you don't believe in birthright citizenship.
When did I say that?
Well, that's what Trump has been doing recently. Like he's been trying to undermine birthright citizenship.
Well, I definitely think that you can take advantages of that. That
Um,
isn't like a virtuous thing. Could you agree with that?
How? You just said that like if they're born in the country, they're granted the rights, but now apparently it's not being born in the country.
Well, under
What
the
is it
law,
now? What is it
yes,
now?
but I definitely think that I definitely think that you could take advantage of that, and it's not a really good thing.
Okay, so then how
I
do
think
you
it's-
identify that someone's a citizen?
They were born here. They came here legally.
They were born here or came here legally. Okay, well,
Yes.
tourists come here
Like a
legally.
legal process.
Tourists come here.
Like, are you talking about with the system now? Like,
Tour-
what do you mean?
tourists come here legally. They're not citizens. So what is a citizen?
Someone that I guess has identification with a country. I don't know.
Someone that has identification with the country.
Yeah, like an ID with the country, has like we have documents on them, etc.
Okay. So anyone that's documented, anyone currently recognized as a citizen. So people specifically who were born in the country, right? And that were brought here by their parents who were documented under the context of
Um,
birthright citizenship as they are granted legal papers since they're documented, they're citizens, right? Or like, for example, people on visas, right? Because there's documentation, they're citizens.
well, I think that it could just be taken advantage of. I don't really know where you're trying to go with this. I just basically all I'm saying is birthright citizenship. I think is could definitely be taken advantage of for illegal people to come here, have a kid. Oh, and then they're gonna like kind of.
I don't even know illegal people, like you mean undocumented immigrants? Like again, like I just don't get the terminology that you guys use. It's just why? Why do you
Okay,
say
well,
illegal people?
well, it just don't get hung up on it. It's just like if I went to some other country that didn't want me there, like I would be an illegal immigrant, right? If I like went to North Korea and try to just like take, refuge there or something, I don't know. Just
Are you trying to
don't get
compare the way that we run
get
our
offended
laws
by a
to?
word, dude.
Are you trying to say the way that we run our laws should be the way that North Korea runs their laws?
Well, dude, recently you like I've debated you and Dean before, and recently you guys have become very straw manny.
That's not
It's
a
like
straw man. That's not a straw man.
and it's funny.
I'm
it's
sorry.
funny
I'm
because you're
sorry.
being so bad faith because you know I'm
No,
not.
you're being incredibly bad faith. You gave that argument, and
You're
I
trying to
asked you a
signal
very
to
simple,
the
clarifying question. If anything, you're the one that was straw manning, you dumbass. What?
Wait, what?
Yeah, I said you're the one who's straw manning. If anything.
How am I straw manning?
Yeah, if anything, you're arguing that specifically it is the case that like I would have to hold to a view that includes, right, like say if I go to North Korea, that it is the case that like I believe that you would be that they shouldn't have the same immigration laws, right? That's what you're saying my argument is. That's a straw man. That's a misrepresentation of my argument. That's not at all what my
No,
argument is. My
no,
argument
I'm
doesn't have
saying
my argument is not
no.
that I disagree
no,
with
no,
the
no, what are you
immigration
talking
system in
about?
the United States, and I think that the United or
No,
not
the
fuck
thing
you,
with North
dude,
Korea.
Jesus Christ, I can't even think because you just shut the fuck up. So
Okay.
So North Korea again is not how I think we should run our system. So again, just you bringing up North Korea as an example, right, isn't something that I would be entailed to believe in at all. So I'm responding
so
with a very basic question
here.
to then clarify. This is not a straw man because you didn't provide the argument, you dumbass. So I'm
No, I
responding
think
with a
you're
very
just
simple
like
question
listening.
just to clarify that that doesn't make any sense for you to say. And did you said that that was a straw man?
No. This is where it went awry with the North Korea comment. I said don't get offended by words and words alone because like if I went to North Korea, I would be an illegal immigrant, right? I don't get offended by a word. If you want to say undocumented, we can say that. But I mean, it's just it's the same thing. But if it makes you feel better with some sort of connotation, like that it's a less bad connotation, sure, I'll acquiesce.
No, for example, you said illegal person, right? That's that. Yeah, like I think that's definitely distinct.
Oh, okay, but I'm just telling you where it went awry with the whole North Korea comment
Yeah,
because I
but
wasn't saying
it
we
didn't
should
make
run
any
our
sense to
country
do
like
that.
North Korea.
That's
But
exactly what you were
like
saying.
what? No, that's not at all what I was saying.
Okay, so because you would be called a certain way in a certain country means that we should call you that way?
No,
Oh, so then
oh my
I'm
God.
confused. What's the point of the
really
example?
I don't know if you're doing this intentionally or not. If you're just like
I don't
selective
know if you're
listening.
not smart enough to understand what I'm saying right now.
No, I don't know if you're not smart enough to like even know what I'm saying right now.
I
This is
do.
where it went awry.
And I responded
This
to
is
it.
where it went awry. You got offended. I'll say it one more time because you can't follow. I don't know if you're reading something on your other screen or something.
I'm reading
I
something now.
said-
I'm looking at myself debating you, dumbass.
Okay. Anyway, so you said you got offended that I said illegal immigrant or illegal person or something like that. And I said, don't get offended by that. That is just a word. I would be considered an illegal person if I try to take refuge in a country like North Korea. I wasn't saying by that we should be like North Korea. I don't know how you.
Then
you
why?
entailed
What's
that.
the point
That
of the
is insane.
example? What's the point of the example then? It's that you seemingly didn't provide an example. You were trying to bring up North Korea as it means like if they call us
you not-
a certain way, that means
are
that we
you not
should call them that
listening?
way. That doesn't make any sense. And then you said it's just a word. Do you think that there's
Okay.
any particular word or insult that could be used against you or your family that you would take offense to?
Wait, what's up?
Do you think that there's any insult or word that could be used against you or your family that you would take offense to?
Um, it depends on what.
So obviously, you just saying it's
But
just a word.
if me and my family try to move,
Obviously, you saying it's just a word is a ridiculous way to respond to what I said, because it being a word doesn't mean specifically that it's harmful or negative. We'd have to reference the specific word. I referenced how the word is harmful. So you saying it's just a word doesn't respond to anything. Like, we didn't know it was a word. Like, what? And then again, bringing up North Korea, completely irrelevant. What was the point? You still can't tell us the purpose of describing that,
oh
of
my
using North
God,
Korea as an example.
are you seriously like not? Can we get off of this? Because I've explained it 3 times
You,
now. I
you
just
did
don't.
not
I
explain
don't
it.
get.
I just explained how you did not
literally
explain it.
like I know you're smarter than this. I don't understand how you're
Don't
not
act like it's me
clicking what
not
I'm
smart. You're
saying.
gaslighting.
No, I'm not at all.
Yeah,
Because
you
I'm
are.
not even
Totally are.
bringing them up as a. I'm not bringing them up as like an example of how I want a society to look. I'm literally
Then what's the
saying,
point?
and of course, I'm saying that if I like move to North Korea illegally, and I don't have citizenship there, and they called me an illegal immigrant. Are you following so far?
I would
They
disagree with that.
would call me an
By
illegal
the way, an illegal
immigrant, and I
person.
wouldn't get mad at
If
it.
they called you an illegal person, I would disagree with that. What's your point of your example here? Because I just told you, like,
Okay,
and
you would disagree with that just by virtue, but by virtue, I would be that, right?
what do you mean? No, I don't consider you an illegal person. You'd be in the country undocumented, but you wouldn't be an illegal person. And I think it'd be ridiculous to call you an illegal
Okay,
person.
if you want to, they're the same thing, but if you just want to word
No,
it differently to
yeah,
make it
yeah.
like
You understand
seem
that
better.
there's certain ways you refer to things can be obviously not good, right?
Yes, but I mean, you're basically saying the same thing in this context. So,
What do you mean?
but if it makes you feel better, we can use undocumented people rather than illegal people.
Yeah, because again, one
Okay,
is more
perfect.
dehumanizing.
Okay.
I don't know
So
why
yeah,
I don't know you gotten all up in arms by me just saying that you shouldn't use a certain word. It sounds like you're the one that's offended here.
well, yeah. This got on like a weird.
Yeah, you got so offended. I told you not to
This
use a word and to be polite. My bad, man. You so offended, dude.
okay.
Seriously, I just told you to do it, man. Seriously, like, that's ridiculous.
Okay. Yeah, I mean but you're just saying the same thing. Let's get on a different train or path if you're cool with it.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that the biggest problem I have with liberal values, social values, is I think that they think that our social values should progress at the same rate that our technology progresses. I just think that they see it in that same way. Like, our technology is progressing, so we should have ultra progressivism in like certain things, such as like,
I don't see how it has
you
anything to
can
do with
change your
technology.
gender.
I don't see how it
Your
has anything to do
well,
with
I
technology.
just think that they correlate with each other.
Well, technology allows for us to be able to like spread our message more. Like, that's what I'm doing right now. There's currently almost 5,000 people listening to me because of technology.
Well, look, I'm just making like a comparison between the two. Like, we have ultra progressing technology, and it seems like the liberals nowadays, they like want to see ultra progressing social values, like all these
Yeah,
other
I want my
things. And
country to progress.
I
Yeah.
want to see. Okay, but why? So you think that like tradition is bad? Like, traditional social values are bad because, like, what is a tradition in the
Some
first place? It's a set of experiments that worked, right?
I think it's okay. I think it's
Why
good.
would we change it just because our technology is better nowadays?
Well, again, I think progression is good. I don't think that every single aspect of our tradition is bad, but there are some aspects of our tradition that are bad, absolutely, and we should get rid of those aspects because those aspects are bad.
Like what?
In
Because I
terms
know
of
you're anti-religion. Would it be good if we lived in a fully secular society?
yeah, of course. I mean, that could be an example that I point to, but the main examples that I would point to would be like the bigotries, right, that people have. It would be plenty of things like in terms of that. Like, we're referencing we want people to progress away from bigotries.
Well, I mean, everyone is just bigoted just by being a human,
What?
right?
Wait, do you think people should be bigoted?
I think that there should be boundaries around certain things. I think that
Okay.
without
One, not
and
everyone's
listen,
one, not everyone's
I
bigoted.
would like
Two,
to
you can't answer
clarify.
the question.
I would love to clarify.
Go for it.
Because you can be bigoted not on race or things like that, but you can be bigoted upon like things that you don't want to see in society. But nowadays liberals think that everything nothing should be bigoted, so everything should be like
Can, can,
embraced.
can you tell me what you mean by bigot?
Yeah, like as a Christian, I am bigoted against seeing like certain things in
Can
society.
you just
And
define
you
the
are
term?
too.
Just
Like
define,
you're
define
bigoted.
the term. Define the term.
You're bigoted against Christians. We're all
No,
bigoted
I'm not.
in some
I'm not
way.
bigoted against Christians. Can you tell me what the term means?
You're adverse to something.
What do you mean by adverse? Because I just need broader clarification on that term.
You don't want to see it like propagated in society, I guess.
That's not what bigotry is. Bigotry is not saying you don't
Okay.
want. Do you think it's bigoted to say you don't want Nazism in our society?
Okay, so bigoted is, I guess, I wouldn't say hate, but you're just against whatever something is, right?
No. Are you against Nazism?
So if I'm okay,
Listen,
if
listen,
I'm
listen,
bigoted
listen,
against,
listen, listen. Are you?
against you,
I can't.
don't
I can't do this.
want
I can't do
to,
this. He can't listen. He can't
like,
engage with the point. It's actually impossible for him. Are you
okay,
against
you define
Nazism?
bigotry, Parker.
Jesus
you define
Christ.
bigotry.
He can't answer a question. Are you against Nazism?
Yes.
Are you okay? So being against Nazism, does that mean you're bigoted towards Nazis?
Yes.
No, you're calling out bigots, you dumbass, dude. Jesus Christ, dude. That does not make you bigoted towards Nazis.
Well, I could be bigoted to
the
them and their
Nazis are the
ideology.
bigots, dude.
What?
Yes, the Nazis are the bigots.
No, everyone is bigoted against some. I'm gonna look up the definition for you just so we can be.
So the way that we use the term bigot is not just in opposed to, right? That's a ridiculous way to use the term bigotry. When we're referencing bigotry, we're referencing people holding to particular types of prejudices, such as racism, such as misogyny, such as homophobia and transphobia. Those are examples of bigotry.
Yeah, whenever you are bigoted against something, you are against something.
You are
Right?
No, it's not just being against something. It's specifically being against certain protected classes, right?
Yeah, I don't agree with the protected classes thing.
You don't think that we should protect women against misogyny?
Um,
You don't think we should protect gay people from homophobia? You don't think we should protect people who are people
I
of
think we
color
should
from
protect
racism?
everyone. I think we should protect everyone
Okay, so
because everyone deserves protection.
if you protect everyone, that would include protecting women from misogyny, right?
Well, okay, well, by that you mean that there should be some type of enforcement. So if I said I don't like women, should I be put in jail?
No one's arguing for you to be put in jail. By protection, all we mean is that you should argue against these things
Okay,
in
then
society.
what do you mean
should
by
advocate for a
protection, Parker?
policy insofar as that women aren't disenfranchised and harmed. You advocating for Donald Trump to be the president perpetuates misogyny.
Okay, well, what do you think underlies every policy? There's some type of enforcement if it's not acquiesced to, right? So if I said I didn't like women under your policy, then if you say that there's a policy that we shouldn't have misogyny, what happens if I say I don't like women? Do I go to jail? Like, what happens? Do I pay a fine?
I just responded to this. Neither of those would be true. I told you it's a social response, not a legal response. We believe in freedom of speech, right, legally, but in social context, we still argue against and put pressure on bigots to not be bigoted. That's what we're doing on this live stream right now.
Okay.
Is that all you could say? I don't know why you read it. Was that your biggest response to my question? To my points? Was that you're gonna send me to prison for misogyny? That's it? That's all you could say?
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. I think that's what would entail, right?
No, not at all. How does that logically entailed? Can you protect your?
You can hear me?
Wait. Is it possible for you to protect your friends from being cheated on?
I guess you could tell them like, hey, she's got a past or something. Sure.
If you so for example, right?
Like of cheating on other guys. So
wait,
you should not be with this girl.
listen. If you know that their partner is about to cheat on them and you tell them, right? That would be an example of protecting them from someone who's going to cheat on them and is cheating on them, right? So you do know that they're cheating on them, right? You tell the partner. That's protecting them from being cheated on. Yet it is the case that you're not arguing for adultery to be illegal. Does it make sense? Could you engage in social advocacy to reduce the likelihood of people being cheated on by advocating that cheating is wrong and bad? Yes, you could. That promotes stigmatization of engaging in cheating because cheating is a harmful and bad thing.
Well, would you say with the same thing with misandry then?
Like, should we argue? I mean,
Or,
I don't
or
think
does that not apply? Or does that not apply because we live in like a patriarchal system?
so. So misandry doesn't have
Wait, real quick. Let me clarify as well.
no. So misandry doesn't have harmful impacts on the broader of
They wanna
society
help
outside of the.
downtrodden.
Can you please shut the fuck up and let me respond? I want to be able to respond. Misandry does exist. It is real. The people in the comment section who are saying it doesn't exist, I do disagree with them. It does exist, but it's not harmful in the same type of way that you see misogyny is harmful. Nowhere near. Misogyny actually has a system behind it where it can disenfranchise people. Misandry doesn't have that.
We shouldn't treat men
Shut the
as-
fuck
we shouldn't
up.
treat men as people. We
Misandry doesn't have that.
shouldn't treat men with the same as women, right?
I never said men and women should be treated the same. I just said that women and men should be treated like fairly and equally in that type of way. Like when you say
Okay,
that
but
men
you
and women
just
should
said
be
that-
treated the same, right? We're not going to say that in every single scenario. Obviously, there are distinctions in the way that men and women will be treated in certain circumstances, as it is the same for any person. Two different men will be treated differently. Two different women will be treated differently. Like again, any person you might treat differently depending on the context.
Okay, well, just to clarify, because men have like over like history, I guess, oppressed women from doing certain things, even though they could work in the past. Even, I mean, mainly they just couldn't vote and they didn't have a credit card, I guess. Because of these things, it shouldn't be looked down upon in the same way like misandry. Like we shouldn't look down upon misandry.
I do look down upon misandry, but again, misandry isn't anywhere near as harmful as misogyny. Not even close.
Really? You don't think so?
No, nowhere near. Or what? Can you explain to me how misandry is
Really?
as? Yeah, explain to me how
Then why do men have a higher unalivement rate?
misogyny and the patriarchy
Unalivement rate. So we shouldn't
and women attempt
we should
at
continue.
women attempt at higher rates. Men just engage in mechanisms that lead to a higher likelihood of it like actually following through. And then also toxic masculinity, men not being able to express their emotions, right, in public formats in positive and healthy ways, right? That was an example that leads to loneliness for men, harmful impacts in terms of their mental health. There are plenty of examples in terms of how misogyny and the patriarchy explicitly harm men. The idea that you think that misandry is what leads to men unaliving themselves is fucking ridiculous.
No, I think that idea, that like ideology propagated onto women, especially in feminism nowadays, because feminism has become akin to being misandrous nowadays.
No,
Maybe
it's not.
whenever it
Wrong,
first started out.
wrong.
Dude, you're being dishonest.
No, you're being dishonest. You're being dishonest by branding the entirety of feminism as anti-men. That's incredibly
I'm
dishonest.
saying that it
stop.
is a
Stop.
big-
Look into a
it
mirror
is
for
a
one
big
second. Look into a
proponent.
mirror for 1 second. Stop saying I'm being dishonest for
Proponent
calling.
of it.
Stop saying I'm being dishonest for you fucking being dishonest. That is so disingenuous. It's unbelievable. You were literally being the one. Look in a mirror. Jesus Christ, dude. It's unbelievable. I can't believe you just said that. Martha, by the way, thank you for the
Wait,
$20 on
what
YouTube
did-
Super Chat. Thank you so much, Martha. JB, thank you for the $20. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, JB. Give me some W's for JB and for Martha in the comment section. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Okay, real quick then, Parker.
Hold up. Let me
So-
think a few more people. I have a few more people to think.
Yeah, I'm getting a cut of it, so
No, you're not. Georgia, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $3. Thank you. Markeisha, thank you so much for the $20. Thank you. Catherine, thank you so much for the $5. Cole, thank you for the $1. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. As well as let me catch up on YouTube fully. Let me make sure I'm fully caught up real quick. Libby, thank you so much for the $10. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. But Var, thank you so much. I appreciate the $5. Evelyn with the $5. Thank you. LVZ, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. Evelyn with the $10.
I'm writing
Thank
all
you.
this down because I'm getting
Evelyn,
half,
thank you for the
so-
$5. Thank you. Libby with the $10. Arizona with the $5. Thank you. Pretty with the $10. Thank you so much. But Var, thank you so much. I appreciate the $5. LVZ, thank you so much for the $10. Phoebe with the $5. Thank you. Najia again, thank you so much for the $10. Milwaukee, thank you so much for the $2. Alyssa, thank you for the $5. Gianna, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. And Najia again, thank you for the $2 again. Thank you. As well as Destiny, thank you so much. I appreciate the $2 or $20 on Cash App. Thank you so much, Destiny. I really appreciate. Get some W's for Destiny in the comment section right now. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the kind words. Thank you.
Is that Stephen Bonnell?
No.
Okay. What were we saying? Good Lord.
Oh, I was talking about how you were being
Oh.
disingenuous.
Of course, feminism isn't. That is a whether you want to say small proponent of it or a big proponent of it. That is something that they like. Like whenever you scroll on these TikTok lives, I mean, this is just an example right here. It's all men until it's no men. It's choose the bear over the man. Do you think that those are misandrist, or like what do you think? Are those like to look at all men in a monolith is just as bad as looking at all women in a monolith, right? But like we can say these things like such as it's all men until it's no men, or we can say these other things about men viewing them in a monolith when obviously viewing anything in a monolith is a horrible thing. We should look at each other as individuals, right?
Sure. So, but like, I think you need to understand this. Like, I understand what they're saying in this context. When people are saying it's all men until it's no men, right? What they're saying is the complicity within men specifically and other men's actions, given that they don't call it out. I don't think that people in that context are saying every single man that they think this is applicable to. Secondly, when women are saying that they choose the bear over a man, they're saying that they don't feel safe around men. You need to be able to like read through the lines when it comes to what people are saying in this type of context. It'd be really important for you to understand what their intentions are. But I can also argue that a lot of the ways that we portray these arguments on the left can lead to misunderstandings, right? And oftentimes people on the right will purposefully misunderstand those arguments in order to be able to demonize women. But yes, a lot of these arguments, realistically speaking, they are like framed in a way in which people aren't going to understand, and they're like, the intention isn't picked up on, right? And I would say that if you have an intention to express a particular idea that say women aren't comfortable around men, it'd probably be best to just say it in that type of way, because I don't think that men are really understanding of for example, like how women specifically are saying that they'd choose a bear over a man. Because again, in that circumstance, it's very clear that women are saying that they just don't feel safe around men in typical. But for some reason, you can't see that. I don't know why you can't identify that. After it being explained to you, I doubt you could realize that.
Because I don't think that it is a positive thing that they have been instilled with this idea that there is a cabal of men that try to protect other men with their like them graping other women. Like
you do that. You literally support Donald Trump. Yeah, don't even.
He's a less virtuous person than Kamala. Earlier.
Yeah,
Kamala.
So you voted for Donald Trump. So you're willing to vote for him in despite of the fact that he was held civilly liable of force. You're willing to vote for him.
I want to stay on this point.
You're willing to vote. We are willing to vote for him in despite of the fact that he's held civilly liable of forcefully penetrating a woman's vagina against her will.
Well, I think a lot of people don't really trust the validity of these sorts of things anymore.
Yeah, that's because you're a grape apologist, and that's exactly why women are saying that about you.
No, that's not at all what I am. I think that anyone that grapes someone should be put in jail. So I don't know why you try to.
But if they're held civilly liable unanimously, if they're held civilly liable amongst a unanimous decision from a jury of 9 people, you don't accept the jury determination. So what makes you think that you're going to accept it in any of those circumstances?
Well, I want to stay on this other feminist comment.
Respond to that question first. Respond to that question first.
Okay, because I think that there is a big media campaign to try to slander his name and just to actually take him physically out. I mean, as you saw him almost getting assassinated or unalived on TV
by a Republican.
They really wanted to. So they do things that will either hurt his public image or actually physically take him out.
That was a Republican.
So I think that,
That was a Republican.
Well, he's a registered Republican. I don't think that he agreed with Donald Trump. Do you?
He clearly was a registered Republican. You could say he disagreed, but you can't say he's on the left.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and by the way, yes, you absolutely are a grape apologist. You're denying the results of an entire unanimous decision from a jury, right, that E. Jean Carroll was sexually assaulted. Can you name one piece of evidence, right, that you dispute in the case?
Well, I thought it was weird, like her on Rachel Maddow saying how she's been like.
Well, I asked you for a piece of evidence in the case. I asked you for a piece of evidence in the case, and then we can talk about that right after.
Well, I want to go back to the feminist stuff. You said we could.
Nope. I want you to answer this question. Name a specific piece of evidence in the case that you disagree with.
Well, here's the thing. It could be true. It could be not true. The things that I do find a little fishy is that the statute of limitations was changed in New York like 6 months prior to that. So they could actually go back in time to when it happened in the 90s and view this. And then she wins $80 million. And then you see her. Look, this is
what was the question? What was the question?
What was a piece of evidence that it could be like false? And I
Yeah,
gave
what
you
piece of
that the
evidence do you
statute of
dispute in the case?
limitations.
That's not a piece of evidence in
I
the case.
just
Dude, Jesus Christ, give me a piece of evidence in the case you dispute. Just say you don't know one if you don't know one.
well, I just gave you why I think it's suspicious.
I asked you for a
The
piece of
statute of
evidence.
limitations was
Tell me a
finished
piece of
literally right
evidence.
before.
He can't do it. Tell me a piece of evidence in the case you dispute.
Well, the evidence you can't dispute, but the thing is, you start to like look at this stuff like as like what's suspicious and what's not suspicious. 'Cause look at- I mean,
Name
dude,
a
it's the
piece of
stuff with the
evidence. He
Epstein
can't do
stuff.
it. He can't do it, Sean. Name a
It's
piece
the
of
stuff with
evidence.
the Epstein stuff.
He can't do
What,
it.
do you agree
He
that they're
can't.
lying? Do you agree that they're lying about the Epstein stuff?
No, no pivot, no pivot. Answer the question.
Do you
Name a
agree
single
that they're
piece.
lying
Name
about
a
the
single
Epstein
piece of
stuff?
evidence that. Name a single piece of evidence in the case you dispute.
I'm just telling you why I don't 100% agree with it. Dude,
So
I
by
just
the way,
said that it could be true or false.
he said people have reason to dispute it, but he doesn't know a single evidence in the case that he disputes. By the way, the statute of limitation point that you brought up, the Child Survivors Act came first, and that was a relation from the Me Too movement and the push specifically to be able to hold abusers, right, like people who are members of the Catholic Church abusing children to be held accountable. Because like they were adults now, they hadn't came out specifically about the stories, and because the statute of limitations were only 5 years, they in New York couldn't come out. So actually, it was about the fact that children were sexually assaulted by the Catholic Church, like specific members in the Catholic Church, right? And it is the case that they had the Child Survivors Act because of that, and then the Adult Survivors Act, byproduct of the Me Too movement, along with the Child Survivors Act, came byproduct of that. And because of the fact that those statute of limitations changes existed, she was then able, like thousands of others in New York, to be able to hold her abuser accountable in the state of New York. She didn't change the statute of limitations herself. That's a ridiculous idea. That's completely made up by conservatives
never
in
said
order
that
to
she did.
manufacture this idea that like there was some like bad reason to come after him. And by the way, even if she was the person who changed the statute of limitations, fucking good. That doesn't mean she wasn't assaulted.
Well, no. Here's the thing, Parker. I'm telling you that it could be true. It could be false. Because as we see, like even with this recent Epstein stuff, these people lie about a lot of stuff, and they do it to hurt each other's reputation, to lose public support for each other, this sort of thing. It's all a big mental warfare
Eugene
space.
Carroll, where did Eugene
So-
Carroll lie?
I don't know. I'm just telling you why I think it's because then when she's on Rachel Maddow bragging about all the shopping trips, it doesn't seem like. This
By the
was
way,
something
she.
that
By the way,
affected her.
by the way, she absolutely should be able to go
And
on
when she was
shopping
on
sprees.
Anderson Cooper, she
By the
didn't
way,
really,
the shopping sprees point you're making, she was
Well.
joking. She was joking because of people like you. One, two is related to this. She should be able to go out and shop.
How
She-
could you even say that?
Shut the fuck up. She deserves that bag. She absolutely deserves the money. She should be able to go out and go shopping. She should be able to do whatever the fuck she wants with that money. She was defamed in front of fucking tens of millions of people, hundreds of millions of people by the president of the United States. She should get fucking so much more money than she got even. She should get his bank account. Fuck that guy. The fucking billions he has, give them to Eugene Carroll. I'm not trolling. Give them to Eugene Carroll. I'm serious.
Okay.
She should get more money. Fuck that guy. What are you talking about?
Like I said before,
She should be able to
could
go on
100%
shopping
true.
sprees every day. She should be able to buy whatever the fuck she wants. She should be able to live in the fucking penthouse that she wants. I don't give a shit. She was assaulted. Why are you specifically focusing on the fact that she wanted to go on a shopping spree with the money that she's getting from being defamed on a fucking public stage in front of millions of people rather than focusing on the guy that raped her? Like, would you realize what are your priorities?
Because I refuse to just take what they like give me and believe it. I already said that she could be 100% right. She could be 100% wrong.
But you don't know about the case. You didn't look into the evidence of the case. You knew nothing about the case, yet you disputed
I
it.
already
And you say that they're
gave
just
you-
lying about Donald Trump because you're a fucking cult member. You don't look for any evidence. You don't look for any sources. You don't look for
No,
any actual
that's not
factual
true.
proof. What you look for is just whatever Donald Trump says.
Let's be calm here. You're getting like all riled up over
Oh,
nothing.
why?
I already said that.
I'm getting riled up because you're being a grape apologist. I'm sorry. When people are
No, I'm
grape
not.
apologists, I care about people who have been assaulted, so I don't like that. And
Me too.
I'm really going to respond to that in this type of way. Don't sit there and say that I'm the one that's crashing out when you're the one on my live stream defending a guy who raped a woman.
Okay. Well, that's not at all what I intended. I
Well, that's
abhor
exactly what you
people.
are doing. He was held civilly liable of forcefully
I'm not a
penetrating
grape
Eugene Carroll's
apologist.
vagina against her will amongst a unanimous decision of 9 people in a jury. You didn't accept the
Honestly,
civil determination.
fuck you for calling me
No,
a grape
fuck you.
apologist.
Fuck you for being a grape apologist. You are. You
No,
absolutely
no,
are.
Fuck you for calling me a grape
No,
apologist.
no.
Because I said I don't agree with what the
Fuck me for
narrative
telling
is.
this. Fuck me for saying this
Because
truth. You
I
know what I
said
mean?
that there could-
He's saying fuck me for telling him the
I
truth.
said
For
that there
saying
could
the
be
truth on
some
my live
gray
stream.
area.
I'm sorry you don't
I
like
said
facts.
that it's
Facts over
not
feelings.
black or white.
Facts over
There
feelings,
could
buddy.
be some gray
Facts
area,
over
right,
feelings.
Parker?
Hey, facts over feelings. I know your feelings don't like to be called a grape apologist, but the facts are that you are. You're a grape apologist. I explained exactly how you are, and you can go back on the YouTube fucking video right after this, and you can watch back how you got fucking dunked on for being a grape apologist. You'll see it. Go back. Facts over feelings, buddy.
Dude, fuck off.
You absolutely
No one's
are.
a grape apologist.
You are. Name one piece
No,
of
I'm
evidence in the
not.
case you dispute.
I just gave you reasons.
You didn't.
Why the public is not completely like on the side, because they're not sheep anymore. They don't have 100% control of the media. We have other sources of information that can give us like, different perspectives. This is the problem. You're trying to say I'm a grape apologist because I'm not 100% on board with your view. I don't know what
That's
to
not what
believe.
it is.
I already said for the fucking...
It's because you don't accept E. Jean Carroll was assaulted with the unanimous decision of 9 people in a jury, and you didn't even look into the evidence. You didn't know anything about the case. You said she was a liar, and you didn't know a single piece of evidence of the case that you disputed. Yeah, you're a grape apologist. Absolutely. I will stand on that. Give me an actual argument. Give me an actual reason. If you knew anything about the case, I wouldn't be saying the same thing. But you know nothing about the case. You know absolutely
I already
fucking nothing.
gave you
And yet you dispute it.
I already gave you reasons for people's suspicions. And I said already...
And they were shitty reasons. I showed you how they were shitty reasons.
I don't know if she's completely 100% in the right or if she's in the wrong. I don't know.
Because
But
you
I'm
did
not
no
gonna-
research,
I
yet you
don't-
called her a liar. You don't know yet you called her a liar.
How about you give me the
Unbelievable.
rundown of the case, even though I wanted to talk about feminism?
I will. But like you said she's a fucking liar, and then you say you don't know whether or not she's telling the truth. You fucking absolute dishonest piece of shit. You're absolutely a grape apologist. This is what being a grape apologist
No one's a
is.
grape apologist.
Yes,
dude.
you are. Wait, no one in the
No, I'm
world.
not.
Wait, you don't think anyone in the world's a grape apologist?
What?
Is there anyone in the world that's a grape apologist?
Yes. What
Okay,
are you talking
what-
about?
what
We're
is
talking
it-
about me.
What is a grape apologist?
How do you like? This is the crazy level.
What's a grape apologist?
This is the crazy levels.
What's
of
a grape
straw man
apologist?
I see
What's a
from
grape
you and me
apologist?
nowadays.
What's a grape
It's actually
apologist?
absurd.
What's a grape apologist?
Someone that excuses grape.
Is that not what you're doing on my live stream right fucking now? That's literally what you're doing on my
No.
live stream.
Dude, you're acting like a 6-year-old.
I'm not doing a
You're literally
6-year-old.
acting
You
like
just
a
called
6-year-old
yourself a
that
grape
didn't get-
apologist. 0 accountability. 100 men versus 1 ounce of accountability. Look at this. He can't do it. He can't do it. He can't realize that he's a grape apologist, yet he defined it himself as grape apology.
Really not the best Trump impression.
I wasn't fully trying to do a Trump impression there.
Yeah, it's not great. I've seen you try before too.
I don't care.
Okay.
You know what's not
Anyway.
great? Your shitty ass arguments. Your grape apology. You know what's not great? Your misogyny. You know what's not great? You being a horrible fucking human being without being able to realize how you actually harm other people. And you thinking everything specifically within your intentions. Oh, I didn't intend to be a harmful person. I didn't intend to be a grape apologist. Doesn't take away from the reality of the fact that you are a grape apologist, and that's the impact on other people. Okay? You can sit there and say, I didn't have these intentions. I didn't have these intentions. But that doesn't take your accountability away from what you did. And what you're
It's kind
continuing
of
to
like
do.
it's just kind of dishonorable. Like how I come up here have a nice candid conversation,
No.
and then this is probably why you have social anxiety, because I've seen you talk about this before. It's probably because you talk to people like this, and then you make videos on your YouTube destroying stupid MAGA low IQ people, and then you go out into public, and then it probably just like I think that there's something harboring that's kind of like really evil in your soul, dude. Like I'm just up here having a normal conversation, and you're trying to call me a grape apologist.
What a reach. What a reach, because he's trying to find any possible way that he can
After
deflect
the
away from
11th
accountability.
time now.
What reach to deflect away from accountability. Unbelievable. What type of
Because
reach?
you wouldn't
Constant
because
deflection.
This is just like
And it's just like
This
this
is
is like
just
this is like straight up narcissism, dude. The projection is nuts. Actually nuts.
It's immature.
0 accountability.
It's not
100
a
men versus
debate.
accountability. He can't do it. He seriously can't do it. To save his life,
This
he
is
can't
lit-
take accountability. He can't acknowledge what he did. He has to deflect
dude, you actually
so
have
hard.
like a demon in your
It's
soul.
me.
That's,
I
like,
have
trying to
I have
emanate out
social
of you.
anxiety because I make videos
I have,
about
like,
Trump
something in
supporters.
your soul.
I have social anxiety because I make videos about Trump supporters saying they got humiliated on the internet. Why did I have social anxiety before that, you dumbass? What? Before I
No,
made
I'm
the
just
videos,
saying,
why did I have social
like,
anxiety?
The way you talk to people is like abhorrent, my guy. I've come up here to have a
Oh,
candid conversation.
would you like a Kleenex, buddy?
All we've come
Oh,
out of
it's
this,
just, but
dude,
it's
you have,
just
like, an
words,
actual-
dude. It's just words. It's just words. It's just words. You were on my live stream earlier, like, dude, it's just a word. Why are you so mad at just words? They're just words.
Yeah, I think you actually
MAGA
have, like, a demon in
snowflake.
you,
Look
man.
at this MAGA snowflake chat. L's for the MAGA snowflake in the
Something is
comment
actually
section.
in you, brother.
What's evil in me, buddy?
Like I can see it in you. It's something that's pretty abhorrent.
What about me?
That's something like you just like the constant straw manning of saying that like I don't want the culture to be changed, so I automatically hate people that speak Spanish. Crazy straw man. Another one just now, me saying that I don't know what's true or what's false in the E. Jean Carroll case, because even recently with the Epstein stuff, we see that we don't get the 100% truth, Parker. I don't know how that's such a hard thing to like believe or not. I guess you believe in the tenet of believe all women, which is actually like a tenet that means you're guilty until proven innocent. That is what that entails. You believe in that. I believe in I need to see more evidence, and there's a lot of suspicious things about this. So I don't know what to believe. She won the case, so she won the case. I mean, there's nothing that me or you, even if I believe that it's 100% like a falsity or a falsehood, it doesn't matter. She won the case, right? I'm just showing you what is suspicious about it. And you're literally having a temper tantrum up here, making all these crazy faces, like jumping up and down in your chair, acting literally like insane over that. I don't get how that is so, like how that's such a stretch for you to believe that I'm not going to believe anything that they're not like 100% get on board with everything the media tells me. Is that like is that really hard for you to believe?
No, it's not.
Or hard to believe like that's like my line of thinking? Like, because you're actually acting like a 7-year-old throwing a tantrum that didn't get the toy that he wanted from Walmart.
It's funny that you try to
You're
deflect.
not like, just be cordial, brother. Like, you could just be like a
I'm doing that
normal
right now.
adult, right? You're 23. I'm 22. We can be normal, cordial adults, right?
Yeah, and that normal cordial adults don't say at the same time as they say they don't know what's true and false about a case while also calling a great victim a liar. Normal people don't do that in conversations. Because you said that, shut up. Because you said that, I responded in a way in which is emotional because you took no accountability for the grape apology you engaged in and then tried to act like it wasn't a grape apology and then tried to deflect away from accountability by acting like I was the one acting unruly when you were the one that was engaging in grape apology. Secondly, you said you don't get the truth from like the Trump administration. That doesn't mean you don't get truth from juries and you don't get truth from the court system. Are you saying you don't get truth at all from the court system?
Well, look, I think that there's a bunch of weird stuff with all cases nowadays. The line between truth and falsehood is not like definitive anymore. There's a lot of like blurred lines. Like every day from the media, we see a bunch of just fabricated nonsense that's trying to push a certain agenda. So there's lies everywhere. All I'm saying is, I don't quite know. You probably have more information on the case itself. I'm literally just pointing out certain things that I've read that are why
Dude, did you hear my question?
People have suspicions about it.
Did you hear my question?
How about you state it again, Parker, so you can
'cause
straw
here,
man me after my response?
there was no straw man. I asked a very specific question.
How about you state your question again so I can respond to it, and then you call me a grape apologist
Don't
and
get
just
too
talk
mad.
condescending down to me.
You're getting mad.
Just go.
It's just a word, dude. Don't get mad. So again,
no one's mad. It's
you're
just
so
annoying
mad right now.
whenever you get talked condescendingly down to from
it's
some like
just a word. It's just a word. It's just words.
calling
bro.
me a grape apologist, trying to make me look bad in front of
they're just
people.
words.
It's actually insane.
They're just words,
Go
bro.
on.
They're just words, bro. So you said I asked you the question. Do you get truth?
Well, whenever you're accusing me of being something that could get me in a lot of trouble when
who?
it's blatantly false,
With who?
I don't know. Just society? I don't know.
Okay. So that was ridiculous. Okay.
It's
so
a little
do you
annoying
get
because
truth?
I haven't called you anything. But because
You
I
called
don't,
E. Jean Carroll a liar.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You want to bet?
For,
How much?
For the thousandth
You want
time
to put
now.
money on it?
For the
$500 right now.
Did I say that?
Yes.
I said that she could be 100% right.
No, you called her a liar. You called her a liar.
No, I didn't.
You want to bet?
If we go back in your, if I
Do you wanna
did
bet?
say that, then I amended what I said by saying she could be right, she could be wrong. We don't. I don't know. I don't know. You have more details on the case than me. But all I'm saying is, people aren't stupid anymore.
So
They don't
like
believe just what the media
you're
tells
trying to
them.
act all innocent, like you didn't call anyone names, yet you called E. Jean Carroll a liar. So you did say names. So in terms of this, so again, do you get truth at all from the court system?
Actually, I would like to see where I called her a liar because I'm pretty sure I didn't.
Well, you can go back
So
and
I'll
watch
go
the
back-
live
I'll
stream
go back
after.
on your YouTube thing
Yeah,
later.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, now we'll go back later, right?
Yeah.
Because you know I didn't say that.
No.
Like
Do you want to
12
put
times
money
in
on
a
it?
row,
You
I
want
said
to
that
put?
she could be right.
You want to put
I
money
said
on it?
she could be
I'll
wrong.
do it right now if you want to put money on it. I'll do it right now. $500. Put money on it. $500. Let's do it. You want me to do it right now?
We can waste these people's time if you want, or we can
Then
just
put
continue to have
$500 on
this.
it. Then put $500 on it.
No, we could just do. We can
No,
just do it as.
I'm not doing it for free now. It's wasting my time, bro. I'll continue with the argument because I know it did happen. I'm not gonna sit here and be gaslit. You want to put money on it? Put your money where your fucking mouth is, buddy. I know you don't want to because you're fucking scared and you know you did say it, you dipshit. So
No,
yeah, that's why I'm insulting you because you insulted E.G. and Carroll and called her a liar in order to deflect away from the fact that Donald Trump is a sexual abuser. Okay. And now again, do you did? You did. You want to bet? Put money on it.
No, I'm not putting money on it.
Oh,
We could just
because you're
do
scared.
it
Look at
to
he's
see-
so scared. He couldn't do it. He can't put money on it because he knows he fucking said it. Unbelievable.
Yeah,
Look at
dude,
this
you're
guy.
acting like-
He
you're
can't.
acting-
He can't do it. Put and laugh, Chad. Put and laugh. He thinks you just want to waste my time. That's all you want to do. You know you did say it.
No,
you just want to
no
waste my
one's wasting
time.
your time.
You do. Yeah, you do. So again, I'm gonna
No,
ask the
no.
question again. I'm gonna ask the question again. If you want to listen to the question, you could listen to the question. If you want to keep acting like a child and throwing a tantrum, you can keep cutting me off. Do you get
No one's
truth?
throwing a
Do you
tantrum.
get truth?
You're the one that's
Do you get truth?
crazy.
Do you get truth at all from the court system?
Yes, but there obviously are lies as well.
Most of the time, is the court system accurate?
I don't think so.
Okay. If most of the time the court system is accurate, do you have best reason to accept it unless you have reason to believe otherwise?
Yeah.
Okay.
You should accept what they do. Sure.
So given that you've looked at none of the evidence of the case, you have best reason to accept the court determination.
Yes. I mean, we were forced to accept it. I mean, it's already been.
So you
It's already
accept,
been
so
done
you
with,
so you
right?
accept that Donald Trump is a sexual abuser, right?
According to that, sure.
Wait,
I guess.
but you have best reason to accept that, right?
Yeah. Sure.
If you have best reason to accept that Donald Trump is a sexual abuser, why do you support him?
Because I just support conservative values over the ultra progressivism, as I've stated in the beginning. I already said that he could be a less virtuous person than Kamala. I just don't agree with the ultra progressivism in society. I think it's destroying culture, our society.
So you said you're willing to vote for a sexual abuser because progressivism is destroying society. So that is actually by definition what a grape apologist is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like literally, like you just said that you're willing to, like, again, based on your own definition of grape apology, you're willing to not acknowledge grape.
Do you just get
and
up here to
sexual
like
abuse.
admonish people? Do you
Grape-
just like get up here to like admonish people for not voting for your?
I'm sorry I'm making you look bad because you
Your
don't have a good
candidate?
argument. I debate people and I make them look bad? Yes, I do that. Yeah, I do.
Well, I think that's your whole MO.
Yeah.
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 I
My
don't think
MO
that
is that I
you-
destroy people in debates. Yeah. That's my MO.
I think that you. Yeah. I think that was pretty pertinent whenever you debated Charlie Kirk.
Uh-huh,
It
it
was
was.
just like a whole. You try to win the optic battle. You don't actually like try to have a conversation and get like to the core thing.
It's funny you
of an
say that
issue
about
or
me.
anything like that.
If you actually know anything intellectually about the conversation I had with Charlie Kirk, you'd know that's true about Charlie and not me.
No.
You just hear
No,
fast
I
words
think-
and you don't
I
know what
think-
we're saying. You don't.
No,
I
I
doubt
think
you
that-
could even describe to me back what I was saying. By the way, I'm gonna go back to the point that I was making because you're using this to deflect away from the fact that you, under your own definition, are a grape apologist. Right? You were willing to set aside the fact that you believe
in
that
the
Donald
Charlie
Trump is a
Kirk
sexual
debate, you
abuser.
Brought up Leviticus and all these other things. You can take these things out of context when even though there's a broad, like
Yeah, so again, you can keep pivoting. I'll talk about the Charlie Kirk thing right after. Love to have that conversation. Just want to reinstate the idea that you are a grape apologist under your own view because you are willing to set aside the fact that he's a sexual abuser because you dislike progressivism. That's it.
Oh, no. I think that the court, by and large, is truthful and on point, but I don't know about this case. But since she won it, I guess you could say that he, whatever he did, what he did, I'll have to concede that because that's like how it was ruled. But I don't truly know because there is an obvious, no matter where you land on the aisle, there's an obvious smear campaign against him. They even try to physically take him out. So I don't know what to believe. He could have raped her. He could have not. I mean, every one of these.
You're contradicting yourself
politicians-
repeatedly. It's unbelievable.
Every one of these Okay, did you vote for Hillary Clinton? Or would you have voted for
I
him?
wasn't old enough, but yeah, over Donald Trump, I
Oh,
would.
okay. But you would have voted for it, right?
Over Donald Trump, yes. Now, let me specifically continue with the point, because again, you're going to use this to deflect away from this. You said you don't know about this case enough to be able to make a determination on it, but earlier in the conversation, we agreed specifically that you had best reason to accept that Donald Trump sexually assaulted E. Jean Carroll.
Um, I need to read up on the case. I don't know how to.
Wait, no,
really
you
answer
said you
this.
said without looking into the case, you have best reason to accept that. So if you need to look into the
Well,
case,
no, I'm
that would
forced-
be to
I'm
support
forced to
your
accept
position,
it.
not to support the position that he was guilty.
I'm forced to accept it. I don't know.
What do you mean who's forcing you?
Because that's just how it was ruled.
What?
That's just how it was ruled.
Yeah, so again, and do you accept that determination?
I'm forced to accept it. No matter if I believe it or disbelieve it. I don't know enough about
How
that.
about this? Do you believe it?
Do I believe? I have no idea.
So no, you don't.
I just don't know. He could have done it. He could have not.
Meaning you don't believe.
I don't know.
If you
I
don't
already
know,
said
it
before.
logically entails that you don't
I'm
believe.
truly agnostic on this. Like I
Yeah,
don't.
which means that you
have-
don't believe that she was assaulted. Okay, so again, you dispute.
Well, because I don't have enough information on it. I don't believe all women.
you,
no, I
you
don't.
said you had the best reason. This isn't even believing all women. This is believing women who have held their abusers accountable in a civil court amongst
Well, this is
unanimous
part
decision of
the
a
YouTube
jury.
movement. This is part of the
And
YouTube
you should
movement.
absolutely believe all credible victims. But this is on top of that, saying that held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman, unanimous decision from a jury of 9 people. You don't accept it even in that circumstance. Can I ask you a question? If your friend was held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman, if you couldn't look into any of the constants of the case, would you stay friends with him?
No, but it's obviously
not?
different with Donald Trump.
Why not?
It's obviously different.
Why
with
would you
Donald
not stay
Trump.
friends with him? I thought you didn't believe it.
Well, first off, I'm not friends with Donald Trump.
Yeah, I know, but like
So,
it's obviously an
I-
allegory, dude.
Yeah. I really don't know about any of this E. Jean Carroll stuff, though, dude. So here's the thing. Like, I don't like when we're on the brink of World War III, and then I have this other.
Well,
I
who's
haven't-
president?
Huh?
Who's president?
Donald Trump.
And we're on the brink of World War III.
Well, we were on the brink of World War III before he was even president. And if you think that I'm going to, like, because of this E. Jean Carroll thing, I'm going to vote for Kamala over him when she was, like, by far outpaced by him. I mean, because I don't know enough about this case.
How about this?
I mean,
If you knew for
sorry,
certain, if you knew for certain that he raped E. Jean Carroll, would you vote for him?
I just wouldn't vote.
So you wouldn't vote. So you wouldn't vote for the guy. You wouldn't vote for him anymore, even though he has that policy. So
Yeah,
again-
no, I just wouldn't vote.
Okay, so then again, here's my question. Why would you believe it that your friend sexually assaulted a woman, given that he was held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman, and you can't look at the contents of the case, but you don't believe that about Donald Trump?
Well, it's obviously different than Donald Trump. This is
In what way?
It's a false equivalency, dude.
In what way?
Because they obviously the media doesn't want him in office, right? I mean, they physically tried to take him out. I think that was the first time.
That's true for every president, dude. Every single presidential candidate, the alternative media that disagrees with them doesn't want them to be president. What fucking new news are you providing that then means they created a court case to show this? Because there have been plenty of other elections where this did not happen.
Okay. What do you mean?
Why doesn't the Democratic Party apparently they can just rig cases like this all the time? Why don't they do this all the time against Republicans?
Well, because I don't think that they have like all the evidence to actually like pull it out. I mean, if they do, then I guess they will weaponize it, but I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, if they do have like something that they can weaponize against, any Republican candidate or anything like that, of course they'll weaponize it.
So can you
But
explain?
I do think
Can
that
you
there's
explain to
media
me why
against-
they didn't do so historically and why this is only applicable to Donald Trump, given that the entirety of the media landscape doesn't want the Republican in office?
Because I think that it's mainly like a big family thing, like presidents and stuff like that. Like they vet who is going to be a candidate and stuff like that. And since he was from the outside of that group of people, because you don't think it's a little weird that like the Clintons, the the Bushes, all these other people. They
What about
like
Obama?
the Kennedys. Well, actually, Barack Obama and George Bush, I think, were cousins. They're like distant cousins. There's like evidence
Okay.
of that.
Did you know that?
You can
Um,
look into that.
did you know that George Bush and I are also distant cousins, but given that same definition? Because the ancestry that you're pointing back towards, practically every white person in America has that ancestry. You dumbass.
Okay, well, I think that they're like eighth
Okay,
or I
so
don't know.
so
You
so
can look into it later.
okay, so anyone who's European ancestry in the United States, right, will likely have that ancestry. So you saying they're all related is also applicable to Donald Trump then.
Well,
Well, he's orange, but you get my point.
okay, of course, we can go back thousands and thousands and thousands, millions of years
yeah.
if you want. But like, no, I'm talking about they were a lot closer than that. I think
Yeah,
that's what I read before.
a
and I
lot
think someone
closer than
confirmed
that. Can you? Yeah, so like,
someone confirmed that.
mm-hmm. Yeah, so a lot closer than that. Can
You can
give
look
me
into
any
it.
evidence?
It could be
Could you give me a
false, I don't know,
source?
but yeah, it was on Joe Rogan. I think.
Stop. Stop right
Yeah,
there.
no.
Stop right
No,
there.
then
Stop
I
right
looked at
there.
it
Stop right there. Realize what you just
I
said.
read it after. What's up?
Realize what you just said. Realize what you just sourced.
Oh yeah, you're right. On the number one podcast in the world, there's not credible people.
Yeah, the Joe Rogan podcast, that is not a source. A source. Okay, that's not a source. Okay. And I don't.
It
I,
would've
by the way,
won
by the way,
Kamala- it would've-
by the way, I
would've
just want to
probably
clarify.
won
I don't.
Kamala the
I just
election
want to
if he
clarify.
won it.
I don't even think Joe Rogan would tell you that he's a source. Okay, I think Joe Rogan right
yeah,
now
of course
would
he
be
would.
on the live telling you that that's a ridiculous
but they
reason to
looked
believe
it
what you
up.
just believed.
But they looked it up.
Then tell me the source that they looked it up from.
I don't have the source, dude. Could be
Okay.
false, but I
Okay,
read it after
interesting.
somewhere.
And do you have better reason to accept this or to accept that Eugene Carroll was sexually assaulted by Donald Trump?
Either way, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm just
not
asking
gonna
you,
lean
which one do you have better reason to accept?
I truly don't. I couldn't quantify it.
You couldn't
Because
quantify,
I
really?
think it's a little-
A unanimous decision from a jury of 9 people. He couldn't quantify the
yeah, the
distinction
Clintons-
between a random claim that, oh, it was on Joe Rogan. They looked it up. I don't know where from. Trust me, dude. It was
yeah,
on
this
Joe
is the
Rogan.
thing.
You have to look through the entirety of the Joe Rogan podcast just to find it. I don't know what episode. I have no clue. But it's on the Joe Rogan podcast. Number one podcast.
It is weird how we have the same people running our like country that are from the same family, whether it be Kennedys, whether it be Clintons, whether it be Bushes, all these people. I think that they didn't want an outsider. So I think that it is credible to believe that like a lot of the things that were fabricated, because who actually knows if he lied 30,000 times? Do you think that that's like,
It's
he
literally
did it? That's like
documented.
okay, well, then you can see the effort that they go through to try to discredit him in any sort of way.
Or
Everyone
you
lies
can,
every
listen,
single day.
listen.
Everyone lies every single day.
Dude, I haven't lied 30,000 times. That's fucking insane. And no,
Well,
I
I
don't
mean,
lie every
well,
day.
here's the
I don't lie every day. Do you lie every day?
Okay, well, here's the thing. You can,
Wait,
you can
wait,
say
why do
something
you lie every
hyperbolic.
day?
You can say something hyperbolic like, yo, okay, say I'm on a basketball team. We're going to go play another basketball team. We're going to destroy this team. Does that mean we're literally going to destroy them? I mean, you can make up these like,
not literal,
you can
yeah, it's
quantify
figurative.
lie in all sorts of ways, like hyperbole, all these other things. So, I mean,
I'm
there's
confused what the
obviously
relation
like,
of this is. This is just yapping.
I'm showing you that a hyperbole could be considered a lie if they want to, right?
So again, if you're giving vast hyperbole, it can be a lie. Like if you're purposefully
Okay.
hyperbolizing
Do you
something,
think that they can?
if you're purposefully hyperbolizing something, right, in a way to benefit your worldview, yeah, that is oftentimes going to be seen as a lie. Like if he says we have the best economy we've ever seen, and it's not the best economy we've ever seen, that's a lie.
That was a little better.
Do you want to
Still need to
respond
get
to
the
what,
gravelly,
respond to
like-
what I said? Jesus Christ. I'm doing the extra stuff just because I literally just what came to mind. I just did it. Like I'm not like intentionally trying to do it, and you just don't respond to it. You just like listen to the way that I said it. I hate when people do this. This is like what people did in the Jubilee comment section, and it just tells me that there's zero critical thought there because like you have to be able to analyze what I'm saying rather than just the way that I'm saying it to be able to analyze specifically what the argument is, right, or to verify what I'm saying. And like when you only hyperfixate on what I did rather than what I said, it clearly tells me you weren't understanding the content of what I said.
Well, this kind of brings back to what we were saying earlier about North Korea. But go on, ask it again. My bad.
Which question are you wanting me to ask, Ann?
Whatever question you just previously asked. Parker?
I forgot, bro.
By the way, why won't you debate Andrew Wilson?
I have.
Okay, but why wouldn't you do it on whatever?
I've debated him multiple occasions. I debated him on Pierce.
Okay, true. I did see that.
Pierce is a bigger platform than whatever.
Okay, true. So can we get back to conservative versus liberal? Like we were on earlier?
You just randomly brought it up. I don't know why you just did that. Why the hell are you
Dude,
acting like I'm deflecting when you just did that?
Because earlier I wanted to stay on what we were talking about, feminism.
Okay,
which
then-
I forgot
then go
what we
for
were
it.
talking about.
Go for it. I mean,
Well, I forgot what we were talking
I
about.
proved that you were a grape apologist.
But you wanted to go down, and this is why I blatantly said I knew you were going to get all like hyped up and riled up about this E. Jean Carroll stuff. So that's why I didn't even want to go down it. Because at the end of the day,
by the way,
I'm on it.
By the way, and you know that's because the view that you hold is actually insane, and you purposefully aren't looking into the evidence because you want to keep saying this.
Well, yeah,
Every single
read
time
up on
someone
it.
asks you about this, you just keep saying the same thing and you never look into it.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely go read up on this. I just don't.
How
know.
about you do that right now?
Well, no, we're having a debate.
Well, I mean, you could just go right now and then come back, right?
Well, I'm not like you guys where you just like think you know the whole source from skimming it. Like,
No, that's why I'm telling
10
you to.
seconds.
That's why I told you to get off the live and go do it. I never said go look at it for 2 seconds. Get off the live and go read it. Go look into it, and then tell me what pieces of evidence you dispute.
okay, I will later.
No, you can go do it right now. Why not right now? You've been on the live for over an hour, right?
It's already like said and done, dude. Like, why? I don't know.
You
what
see
to
how
believe.
this is weaponized incompetence right here. I was saying this because I knew you weren't gonna fucking look it up. I knew you weren't gonna try and check it. This is weaponized incompetence.
No, I will. I will.
You're weaponizing the idea that you don't know what it says specifically within the contents of the case in order to take accountability away from you and addressing specifically what was wrong that Donald Trump did.
No, yeah, like if he did do it, then 100%.
Then go look into it. Then go look into it right now.
He's an abhorrent person.
Then you should go
But
look
the
into
thing
it. You
is,
should go look into it right now.
I really don't care.
Oh! Why not?
Yeah, I don't because it's already been ruled. It's like why would I spend
But you're not
about
accepting the rule. You're not accepting the determination.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I'm agnostic on it for like the 13th.
Oh, look at this. He's going to stay agnostic on it forever because he's engaging in weaponized incompetence.
No, it's just, I mean, it's already said and done. I don't feel like spending my time reading that. I'm just telling you why why people are suspicious about the credibility of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I really don't get how you don't see why, like, there are like holes in it.
There are holes in what? There are holes in something that you've never even looked at? How do you know How do you know there are holes in something if you don't even know what you're referencing?
Like what little evidence there is that I do
Wait,
know.
if I told, wait.
Weird to me.
If I said there are holes on this shirt, and I've never seen the shirt before ever, I've never even heard about any of the contents of the shirt. I don't even know what the shirt looks like. Could I say that about the shirt? That the shirt has holes in it?
Well, I do know like a little bit about it, of course. Yeah.
No, you didn't. You didn't know a single piece of evidence about the case.
No, I do.
Oh, then go ahead and tell me one piece of evidence you dispute in the case.
Well, I know that he didn't want to give like up his DNA to be tested for like whatever was on her dress that day. I think he
And
what was it like?
Wait, for multiple years? Why wouldn't he do that if he never was at the scene of the crime and he never met her?
I don't know. I think he wanted to do it at a certain time after.
You mean
Right.
the multiple years after the time allotted he had for giving up his DNA? Why would he do that? Because
I don't know.
The judge indicated that was because he wanted to extend how long the case took, and he knew that it wouldn't be accepted anyway because of how the court processes worked.
Well, when was he?
So
when
it
was
sounds
he,
it sounds like weaponized incompetence, and that he was just trying to use it as an argument, like specifically you're doing right now. And apparently now you know this information, you didn't know this prior.
Oh no, I do know some information on it, sure, but I don't know enough about it to say if it's credible or not because this happened back in the 90s before we were born.
So
You understand that? Like
did the Holocaust happen?
Yes.
Did it happen before you were born?
Yes.
Do you have enough reason to say that it happened?
Yes.
Okay, what the fuck did you just say? Because it happened before us being alive doesn't mean jack shit.
Well, I mean, there's a bunch of evidence for that. Auschwitz and all these other
Yeah,
concentration camps,
yeah, and there's
Anne Frank's diary,
and there's
all
a
this other
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, of course, and there's a lot of evidence indicating that Eugene Carroll was sexually
Well,
assaulted, including the point that you just referenced, which wasn't submitted as evidence, by the way, because Donald Trump didn't give up his DNA, right? But again, multiple years he didn't give up his DNA. Why didn't he give up his DNA? Because realistically, if he never met
I don't
her,
know.
if he never
I
knew who
really
she
don't know.
was, right, then she wouldn't have his DNA, and he
Well,
would be
no.
obviously not the unidentified male DNA on the dress, and it would clear his name, right?
Well, he did know Eugene Carroll because there's like a picture
Oh,
with him and his wife, and he accidentally said that she looked like his wife or something like that.
no, no,
All
no.
this other stuff.
He said that he wouldn't have sexually abused her because she's quote unquote not his type, but then in a deposition mistook her with his ex-wife, indicating that they're either both his type or both not his type. So he would have sexually abused her either way. Along with the fact that we can point to, what was the first point you said? Sorry.
Oh my God. I really don't know. It's like this
So,
is
so then why
so
didn't Trump clear it
like
up?
I came up here to argue like why conservative values are better than liberal, and then like just to like virtue signal to your
Conservative values of
community.
grape apology, right? Conservative
No,
values
they
of stealing
don't.
the election and rigging the results, trying to do that by sending false slates of electors, electoral college cast Trump votes when he didn't win to try to steal the election, the calling for the termination of the Constitution, the taking money from the poor and giving to the rich by literally decreasing after-tax income for the bottom 20% of income earners through the big beautiful bill,
You can
and
just
giving
gish
massive
gallop if
tax
you
breaks
want.
disproportionately to millionaires and billionaires.
I mean, you can just keep gish galloping if you want, but sure. I mean, I could say that the left is just a bunch because like they're a bunch of communists that hate like religious people and want to kill them all or unalive them all. Like I could say that too, because that is exactly what communism sets out to do, and it always has in every country that communism is in. They've unalived religious people, like with Soviet Union.
Hold on, hold
purposely-
on. I'm not laughing at the examples you're providing. I'm laughing at the fact that you said that's inherent to communism. What? None of these none of these economies are communist. By the way, I'm not a communist
That's what
myself.
you just said
Shut the
about
fuck up. I'm not a communist
That's
myself.
what you just said about
Shut the fuck up.
conservatives.
Shut the fuck up.
You fraud,
Shut the fuck
rapist.
up. Shut the fuck up.
You're a fuck.
I'll keep doing this. You're acting like a child right now. Let me explain why. The
You
reason
know, I'm saying that's what you're saying about us.
you're no, it's not.
Do you not get like what
Can
I'm
you
doing?
be quiet? Can you be quiet? Can I respond? Can I
No,
respond?
hold up. I want to clarify.
Can I respond, or do I need to do? I will. If you don't, if I have to mute you 2 more times, I will disconnect you from the stream. Okay. So you said that communists hate religious people and they want to kill them all. By the way, when I was a communist, definitely not true. I didn't know a single communist that thought that. I just want to let you know. I'm not a communist now. That's not inherent to
Read the
communist
manifesto.
belief. If I have to mute you 1 more time, I will disconnect you from the stream. Last warning. Seriously, last warning. You say that they hate religious people. There's nothing inherent to communism that hates religious people. If anything, you can be a Christian, you can be any type of religious, and you can be a communist. Being religious and being communist are not antithetical to each other. Yes, historically speaking, there are like people who are communists that have gone after religious people, but like that's true for people who also prescribe themselves as capitalists. So like it's obviously not inherent to communism or capitalism to want to kill religious people. And also, can you define communism?
Can I talk? Hello?
Yeah, I hear you, man.
Yeah, well, what I was saying earlier was that was like what you were saying that conservatives are. We're grape apologists, so that's why I was saying that. That was you didn't get the sarcasm. Anyway,
No, I said
communism
I didn't say
is-
conservatives in general. I said you are. What? What type
No,
of
you-
comparison is that? And also, I'm not a communist.
okay, well that's what I'm saying, dude. You said conservatives are grape apologists, and I said yeah, and all
I didn't-
left
I did-
people are communists. That
By the
yeah,
way,
that's
that's
what I was.
That's not what I
Okay.
said.
Okay, whatever. You did, but we'll go past this. Anyway, communism is the step after socialism, where nothing is privately owned. Like everything is owned by a group of everybody. The workers are basically like everyone is the government because there is no government. So everyone kind of is like the proletariat are like the group of people that run society, and everyone gets what they need. Don't really get what you want. It's for the better of society. Yeah, there's really no government. It's the step after socialism. In true communism, there's no currency either. It's just, you just get what you need and that's it.
Okay. So then you
and
would
you
obviously
help
know
society.
under that description that most Democrats wouldn't meet that criteria. A stateless, classless, moneyless society.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, dude. Like how I heard it, and I'm almost like 100% positive this is what you said. Conservatives are grape apologists. That's why I was saying, yeah, the left is a bunch of communists that want to end all religious people, atheist, secular people that want to.
Again, I don't remember saying all conservatives. Every single person who has a conservative worldview is a grape apologist.
That's how I
said
heard
that.
it, and that's almost like I would bet my life that is exactly what you said.
Okay.
Because
How much money do you want to put on it?
Liberal. 0. I mean, we could just do it. Just go back.
Okay,
6
Kathy,
minutes
thank
if
you so much for
really
the
wanna be
50.
this pedantic.
Kathy, thank you so much for the $50 on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you so much, Kathy. Give some W's for Kathy in the comment section right now. J Money, thank you so much for the $5 for does he get this info from Andrew Tate? Probably. Actually, Rogan, though. Yeah, Midas Touch did get past Rogan for viewership. I do just want to acknowledge that, though. That was really cool to see. Florida, thank you so much for the $2. Alyssa, thank you so much for the $2. You said #1 podcast. Not true anymore. Evelyn, thank you for the $5.
Who
Thank you
did?
so much. You did. Midas Touch, by the way. Drew Girl, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $20
That's
on
not
YouTube
true.
Super Chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Drew Girl. Thank you. Bree, thank you so much. I appreciate the $20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you to W's for Bree in the comment section. Nina with the $10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Drew, thank you so much. I appreciate the $10. Ava, thank you so much for the $5. Emily with the $5. Noel with the $20 for more Trump impressions. Thank you. I really appreciate it. YGGI, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $5. Evelyn, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you. Grandy, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $20. Thank you so much. Debbie with the $10. Nina, thank you so much for the $5. Brandon, thank you so much. I appreciate the $2. And Libby, again, thank you so much for the $5 or the $10. Thank you so much. Shannon with the $65 for dealing with an insufferable guest. Thank you so much for the Cash App. I really appreciate it, Shannon. Thank you so much. Give me some W's for Shannon in the comment section right now, as well as Destiny with the $50 on Cash App. Thank you so much, Destiny. I really appreciate it. Give me some W's for Shannon and Destiny. And Becky, thank you so much for the $5. Soraya, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $2. Chloe with the $5. Haley, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Can we get some W's for everyone in the comment section? And Laura, again, thank you so much. I appreciate the $20. Brian with the $15 on PayPal. Thank you. Kylan, thank you so much. I appreciate the $10. Again, W's for Shannon, W's for Destiny, W's for everyone who sent donations. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate it. W's in the comment section. You were saying?
I don't even remember. What were we talking about?
Is there anything else you want to talk about before I go on to the next person?
Oh, not really.
All right.
You should debate Andrew Wilson now.
I've already debated the guy multiple times. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump, everybody. We are just looking for some debates. Alrighty. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. I can't speak. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Let's go on to the next person. Tap that screen, everyone. Let's run it up to 500,000 likes if you're on TikTok. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like that stream. It will help get it out to more people. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo, I love Biden. I love Kamala. I'm sorry, but I love them both.
W Kamala, W Biden. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump, everyone. We are just looking for some debates. Shirley, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you. Thank you so much, Shirley. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Are you a Jew?
Why are you asking me that? How old are you?
Because fuck the Jews. Kill them all.
You're disgusting. That's fucking horribly disgusting. That is so horrible. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
23.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Why so?
Well, he was better than the other option.
Okay, why so?
Economy-wise, stocks, everything. My stocks have boomed ever since he took office, and it has not stopped since.
It
As
is
simple as that.
By the way, stocks tanked for a huge portion of time during the time he was in office. I don't know what you're talking about, but stocks were doing great under the Biden-Harris administration. Are you gonna drive?
Well,
I gotta go on to
certain
the next person
stocks.
if you're gonna drive.
No, you're good. Say certain stocks did dive, while others took a fucking massive increase. And so far, since Biden was in office, certain stocks have jumped up, I don't know, 30 to 40% in my overall thing.
Since Trump
And
was in
that's all
office?
I've looked for. No, since Trump was in office, my stocks have taken a solid 30 to 40%
So
bump.
wait to clarify. You think your stocks have gone up by 30 to 40% since January?
Yep, they have.
That has nothing to do with Trump then. That has specifically to do with that particular company or whatever you invested in.
And the companies I invest in are within the military complex. And ever since Trump has come in, boosted.
You invested in things in the military industrial complex, and then you got money from the investments in the military industrial complex. That's crazy, bro. One, you're literally profiting off of pro-war mentality. He just left. That's nuts, chat. That's so nuts. Let's go on the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Please, everybody, only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like the stream. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen. It'll help get out to more people. Patty, thank you so much for the $20 on Cash App. Thank you so much, Patty. I really appreciate it. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? All right, let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 21. I'm just clarifying. You accepted me like a minute ago or a couple minutes ago. I had no clue that you accepted me. I'm setting up my Apple Watch. I was trying to clown on the guy
Oh.
that was being a grape apologist, not a
Oh,
Trump supporter.
You're good. Don't worry. Appreciate you coming up. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump, everybody. If you are on YouTube, make sure to like that stream. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube, as well as you can support me over YouTube Super Chat, everybody. Ermina, thank you so much for the $2.50. Thank you. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump, everybody. Taylor, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you so much. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? All right, let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump, everybody. We are just looking for some debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you? You're
was
just
right.
don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. We do not fuck with anti-Semitism here. That is fucking disgusting. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hi, I'm 23.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes, I do.
What's your birth year?
2002.
And you said you're how old again?
23.
Okay, so why do you support Donald Trump?
One reason is because I do not support abortion.
Wait, what month are you?
May 4th, 2002.
Okay. All right. So you said because of abortion. What about abortion?
Yeah. I just don't support it at all at any point, besides for reasons of grape, or if it's harming the mother.
Grape, or if it's harming the mother. So, okay.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, any pregnancy can harm the mother.
If it's in a situation where the mother's life is going to be threatened.
Okay, if it's okay, any pregnancy carries a risk of death.
Sure, I get what you're saying. I guess if it's just a known risk, like if it's a
Death is a known risk of pregnancy.
like the doctor's telling them, hey, if you don't get this abortion, you are definitely going to die.
So they have to be actively dying.
Not necessarily actively be dying, but close, I guess.
Close? How close?
I don't know.
If you don't know, then why are you wanting to legislate it?
I I guess what I'm saying is, in majority of cases, you can't just say that all pregnancies are going to lead to death. I mean, I get what you're saying
That's not
that
what we're
all
arguing.
pregnancies have the chance of leading to death,
hmm
but I mean, that obviously doesn't happen very commonly.
It does happen, and
Sure.
if you want to reference like the risk, at what point of risk then would you say it shouldn't be allowed? And if you don't know at what point of risk, well then it seems like you probably shouldn't be the one wanting to restrict women's access to abortion across the board. You know?
No, that's a good point. I guess I would say at the point of risk that they are dying.
So they have to be actively dying.
Yeah. I mean, actively dying is hard to say, like, what that technically
Let's
means,
say they
actively
have a
dying.
40% risk of death.
Um, then yes, they should be able to abort.
What about a 20% risk of death?
Yes.
What about a 10%?
Yes.
5%?
Yes.
What about 1%?
Maybe not.
Why not?
I get what you're saying, dude. I mean, it's hard. I guess this is a hard line to define. I definitely get what you're saying. Because I would argue that if they're at any risk of death, then they should be able to abort the baby. But
Okay,
you're saying that every pregnancy
yes.
has the technical risk of death.
Yes.
So I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
It sounds like you're pro-choice.
I guess if we're saying that if the reason somebody is aborting their child because they feel they have any possible risk of death, then sure. But I don't support people aborting their baby for other reasons, like because they can't support the baby, or they don't make enough money, or things like that.
So wait, here would be my question. So then do you think it should be illegal?
What should be illegal, specifically?
Abortion access. Like in elective reasons.
Um,
Like say my girlfriend gets pregnant,
mhm.
should it be legal for her to go get an abortion? Or like if I pay for it,
Yeah.
should I go to prison too?
Yeah.
You
I
think
would say yeah.
you'd think I should go to prison if I paid for her abortion?
If you also supported the abortion and paid for it and allowed that to happen, I don't think anybody should allow for an abortion to happen, except like I was saying, I do believe in the exceptions, you know. But I do get what you're saying. It's hard to draw a line in that
So
case.
if you believe I'm culpable for paying for it, well then would you argue that people who engage in IVF should also go to prison because they're serial murderers because the process of IVF discards many embryos and zygotes per patient?
No, I support IVF definitely.
But that murders multiple people under your worldview if we're talking about it being a person at conception. So at what point is it a person?
Oh. Um, I think it's a person as soon as the egg is formed,
You mean the as soon as conception
the
starts?
embryo.
Okay, so then you think that they are serial murderers, right? So then IVF should be illegal, and anyone who's engaged in IVF should be sent to prison for serial murder, right?
I get what you're saying. I mean, under what you're saying, yeah, I guess.
Not you don't think that though, right? You don't think people
I
engaging in
I I
IVF
don't.
are culpable for serial murder?
I definitely don't think that. No, 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 not at all. I guess then I would have to change where I think that it is a baby, because I just don't agree in, let's just say somebody is 4 weeks pregnant. At that point, I would definitely disagree with
Why?
abortion. Um,
Why not
because
before, but you do after?
I know, dude, I get what you're saying.
If it's just I don't know, an arbitrary, not a good reason to legislate, right?
Sure, sure. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I don't like people just for the reasoning of I can't support this baby, or that I had this baby and now I realize it was a mistake. Reasons like that, I just don't think are good enough reasons for people to get rid of a life.
I don't think it's a baby at 4 weeks. It's not
Okay,
sentient. It's not like a
that's where
baby.
I would disagree with you.
At what point is it a baby?
I mean, I would say at the point of conception.
At the point of conception. Okay.
I know, but I know that you're saying that I can't support IVF in that way. I don't
Is this
know
a
how to
person?
respond to that. Is it a person? No, but is it a life? Yes.
So you don't think that this is a person? So it's not a person at conception under your view?
It's a life at conception. I guess all I'm saying is that
So is
it's a
this
life
a
at
person?
conception. No, but it's
No.
going to be a person.
When is it going to be a person? And that's going to be person. So by the way, you just said that chicken derived lactic acid was going to become a person.
All right. Sorry about that. I don't know, okay? I don't have a good answer to that. I really don't. So, I mean, I guess what I would ask you, if you would allow me to ask you a question, is would you support abortion all the way up until the end?
Would I support abortion
Pregnancy
up until the end of a no?
of the full
so
term. I guess that's what I'm asking. Where does that change for you? I'm curious.
yeah. So in terms of abortion access, I think that abortion is wrong after the point of sentience for elective reasons. And after the point of viability, people aren't having lethal abortions at the latest points of pregnancy. They're just engaging in induction of early birth.
No, I agree with
Because
you
essentially,
that
I just want to let you know,
that
if
people aren't really doing that at the end of pregnancy.
for example, if you have like a lethal abortion that late, you still have to give birth to the dead baby,
True.
right?
True.
So like
True.
it wouldn't make sense to give birth to a dead baby rather than to give birth to a live baby, right?
Sure. So you're saying you agree with abortion up to the point of
Of sentience, which is around
sentience.
20 to 24 weeks in the womb.
I think I could agree with you about that.
Yeah, because
I do.
Here's also like broader reasoning from this. We don't think it's murder to pull the plug on individuals in our family that's brain dead, right? And they're still cellularly speaking alive.
I
They still
see
have a
what you're
heartbeat.
saying.
They still have organs. But the distinction is that they're never going to have a subjective experience again. So prior to the point that they ever had a subjective experience, if you have an abortion, they never would have had a subjective experience ever.
Sure. I think I could agree with you about that up to the point of sentience.
Yeah. And then you're pro-choice because literally practically every single circumstance happens prior to that.
Really.
Yeah. So like that's why I'm totally fine with Roe versus Wade. I like
All
Roe versus
right.
Wade. I think it's better.
Okay. All right. I definitely get what you're saying. I mean, I guess I didn't realize that if I supported it up to that point, that I'd be considered pro-choice in that case.
Yep. That's pro-choice because in most circumstances, in like 99% of cases, you think people should be able to get access to it. It'd be like practically every case because after that point, practically every abortion that happens after that point is going to be like medical necessity, right? And in those
Sure.
circumstances, we definitely think people should be able to get access to them, right?
Sure.
Yeah. So it seems like you're pro-choice. So then, what is the reason why you like Donald Trump then?
I'm generally conservative, so I just share conservative views, which is why I voted for Donald Trump. I was listening the entire time while you were debating the last guy about Donald Trump being a rapist. And to be honest with you, hearing what you had to say about that, knowing that, I wish I wouldn't have voted for Donald Trump in that case that he is a rapist. However, I do just in general support conservative views.
So yeah, absolutely. You can support conservative views, and you can acknowledge that Donald Trump is such a horrible person that you shouldn't support him, right?
I agree with that. I shouldn't. Yeah. I 100% do think that. Yeah.
Yeah, and we might debate in the future on the conservative views, but as of right now, the point of this live is to ensure that people don't support Donald Trump. So I appreciate you so very much. But yeah, like
Yeah.
I would say keep listening to these lives. You might hear some arguments against some of the conservative points maybe that you do hold to. I used to be a conservative
true.
myself. I grew up in a Christian conservative household, and my views have
Yeah.
changed over time. I used to be a Trump supporter when I was in high school, prior to the point I could vote or anything. But and my views have changed. That's why I do these types of lives, to be able to convince people and change their mind. But I appreciate you coming up. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like that stream. If you're on TikTok, do tap that screen. It will help get it out to more people. Kleppy, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Justin, thank you so much for the $20. I really appreciate it. I know it's actually so insane. Kleppy, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I would definitely. Taylor, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it again. Thank you. As well as Aspen, thank you so much for the $1. Oh, I definitely would have. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Najia, thank you so much for the $55 on Cash App for Just Because. Can we get some W's for Najia in the comment section right now for the $55? Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. W's for Najia in the comment section right now. Thank you so much. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello,
How old are you?
I'm 35.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes, I do.
Why so?
Because he is for the veterans, and my dad fought for this country.
Is there a way you can turn off the background noise? Is that possible? Because I just don't know. It will
Can
be.
you-
I don't know if it will be copyright.
can you hear me now?
YouTube. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
The background. I don't know if it'll be copyright. So I just
Oh yeah,
wanna,
give me 1 second. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Apologize about that.
yeah, you're good. Don't worry.
The DOJ Civil Rights Division Assistant Attorney at
So
General.
here, one second. Let me.
Better now?
Yes, better now. So you said he's
Oh.
for veterans. In what way is he for veterans?
He supports the troops
In what way?
in every way.
Really? I mean, he's called veterans suckers and losers. He said that John McCain was not a war hero because he was captured. He dodged the draft on multiple occasions.
Okay.
I can point to plenty of things. He cut the VA.
Okay.
Like, in what way does he like support veterans? Really?
Well, I just think he does, but also I have another question for you.
Okay.
Let me ask the question. If you don't like the president, you don't like the justice system, and you don't like what's going on in this country, why don't you just leave? No one's making you stay here.
Okay. So then, do you think Donald Trump should have left when Biden was president?
What do you mean?
Do you think that Donald Trump should have left the country when Biden was president because he didn't like the country? Do you think he should have left the
No.
country when Obama was president?
Donald Trump has always loved this country. You don't.
Wait, he said he didn't like the country with Joe Biden trying to destroy the country. He said the country was horrible. He said we were like a quote unquote third world country.
Yeah, because Biden was in office. Biden, first of all, Biden,
So if he doesn't like the country, then leave, right?
who, Trump?
Yeah.
See, this is your problem. You like to navigate the conversation to go your way. That's how you like it to go. You like to prove a point just to be heard. What did Biden do for you when he was in office besides have dementia?
He hasn't been
What happened when he sent those troops to and they all got killed? The Marines.
So there were more like people that died in conflict in the military under Donald Trump's presidency. 65 died in conflict under Trump's presidency. It was 16 under the Biden-Harris
Yeah, and
administration.
also Obama,
secondly,
when he was the
Biden wasn't diagnosed with dementia. And then thirdly, like of course I would respond to your point. You made a point, and you said like if I don't like the country, I should leave. And I'm saying, given that same reasoning, you're saying that Donald Trump should have left when Biden was president.
Yeah, but it's not that he didn't like the country. He didn't like who was the president. It's not that
Exactly.
he didn't like the country.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like it's not that I
But
don't
you're
like the
different. You're saying you
country.
don't like the justice system. You don't
Me?
like you. Yeah, you did. You said the justice system is unfair.
There are some aspects of the justice system that are unfair. Yeah, but like
So
that doesn't mean that I wait. Do you think loving your country means not criticizing it at all, or not thinking it can progress?
no, absolutely. You could have criticisms everywhere, but if you're in this country and you love your country, you have to love it.
Okay, so then
People
why did
are
Donald Trump pardon violent rioters on January 6th who beat cops and were convicted of it?
why was when Barack was in office, he deported more immigrants.
Okay, I can answer that question, but would you like to answer mine first?
Go ahead.
Do you know what my question was?
No, I can you repeat it?
Okay, sure. Yeah. First, I'll just respond to what you said, and then we'll go back to it.
I'm not trying to have like an
Um,
argument. I'm just trying to,
So the reason why Barack Obama deported more people is because he used the legal process to deport people, and I disagree with him deporting anyone who hasn't committed a violent crime or bad crime. I think that they shouldn't have been deported, right? Along with the fact that Donald Trump is undermining the rights of due process in this country. He's restricting due process to a greater degree and violating direct orders from the Supreme Court.
as far as immigration goes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So what were we talking about originally? What did
Well,
I
I guess
say?
I just have a different point on immigration because my friend got stabbed by an illegal alien.
Undocumented immigrant. I don't think that
Yeah.
I don't think that you can generalize all undocumented immigrants because of that. Undocumented immigrants commit multiple
No,
times.
I understand that.
I just want to
Some
clarify. I
undocumented
want to clarify this one. Undocumented immigrants commit multiple times lower rates of violent crime, drug crime, and property crime in the United States comparative to natural-born U.S. citizens. So although undocumented immigrants do commit crime in the United States, it's at a significantly lower rate than natural-born U.S. citizens.
Okay, so
like,
then
if
they
you're
should
worried,
just be here illegally and not pay taxes.
undocumented immigrants pay over $100 billion in taxes a year, and if you want them to pay more in taxes, give them a pathway to citizenship. I believe in a pathway to
Illegal
citizenship.
immigrants pay more in taxes. Do they have a social security number?
Dude, they don't. They have ITINs.
Okay, well, you said what makes you a citizen
Papa, thank you so
before.
much for the $5. Thank you. I never said that they were currently recognized
No,
as a
I
citizen.
said, but before I was watching your thing, you said what makes you a citizen
Mm-hmm.
in this country. Doesn't a social security number make you a citizen?
It's not the determination of someone being a citizen, but it is heavily associated with it. Like, you could think of a scenario where there's a citizen that, doesn't have a social security number. Right?
If there's someone in the United States that was born here and doesn't have a social security number,
Yeah, they need to have that designated to them. It's designated to them after.
no, it's designated to them when they're born.
And I also just want to clarify, you can also have a social security number without being a citizen, I think. I'd have to check back.
No.
I'm pretty sure it's at some point during the process you can get it prior to being a fully recognized citizen in the United States.
Yeah, but you have to be legally doing it.
Yeah,
To get a social
I'm not
security.
I'm not disputing that. Yeah, like what was I talking about originally? I can try to play this back. I don't really remember what I was saying. Okay, so then
People
why did
are-
Donald Trump pardon violent rioters on January 6th who beat cops and were convicted of it? I clicked right on it.
Play it again. I couldn't hear it.
Oh yeah, so
I'm
why?
being so serious.
Yeah,
I
no,
couldn't hear
you're totally fine. Why did Donald Trump pardon people who assaulted police officers on January 6th that were violent rioters and were convicted of it? Why do you
I
pardon
mean,
them?
I can't answer that question for you, honestly. Why, I mean, there's honestly things I can't answer. I don't know. I just feel like Biden had no respect as a president. And also, Kamala Harris just announced she's writing a book about how all these negative things about him.
Yeah, so So Kamala Harris writing bad things about Trump. I'm confused how.
She just said that she has a book coming out
Yeah,
about
I,
all the things
I'm
Biden.
confused. I'm confused how we got to this point. But
Oh.
yeah, what about the book?
No, she just said that she was writing a book and she's exposing Biden for all that. I know I know it doesn't make.
But Kamala Harris didn't say she was exposing Biden.
Yes, she did. She said she wrote a book and she's exposing Biden in it.
I don't think she said that.
I just saw it on the news.
Really? I'd love to hear.
Yeah,
where,
after
what,
she was on the late
where'd
night
you hear
show
this
with
on the
Seth.
news? What news program?
Yeah, because you're probably gonna say, I know what you're gonna say because I'm watching Fox. It's not CNN. They both
I don't watch
they
CNN, by the
both
way.
fight each other.
I don't watch CNN, but it's Fox. I knew it was Fox. So,
Well, yeah.
so by the way,
obviously.
she never said that. I don't know where she said that.
Oh, okay.
It's Fox Entertainment for a reason, not Fox
Okay.
Facts. Nina, thank you for the $5. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Nina.
Okay.
So here's my question.
Mhm.
So if Donald Trump did pardon people who assaulted police officers and were convicted of it, does that mean he's anti-police?
But you're just making one argument of that.
How about this? Would you?
I think he probably did that because he doesn't want violence too.
He doesn't want violence. Yeah, he pardoned violent rioters because he doesn't want violence. He incited a violent insurrection at the Capitol and then pardoned the violent rioters who engaged in that violent insurrection.
He didn't make them go through that. No.
Then
he
why,
didn't do that.
Then why did he pardon them and call them patriots?
Because they did what they had to do. You make every scenario like.
They did what they had to do. What?
Well, why did Biden pardon his son?
Well, I mean, I disagree with Biden pardoning his son, but I mean, he didn't commit a violent
Well,
crime.
I mean, I'm asking you why.
Why do you do that? Because he's his son and he doesn't want him to be in prison because he's his son?
Yeah. So, as a president, you shouldn't do that. That's biased because you want your son. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I actually agree with your position there. What about Bidenism isn't going to save you from taking accountability for Trump here?
I'm not trying to take accountability for Trump.
Or
I
take
just-
away accountability.
I'm just saying, I think he's doing better for us now than Biden was. No, like,
In what way?
I just feel like he's very stern on what he says, like, even against other countries with war. Like,
And what?
don't mess with
like
us, we're
with
gonna
like
mess
with
with you.
Putin? Like with Putin?
Yeah, when he spoke with Putin.
Yeah, that's exactly why he's funding Ukraine again, right?
But when Biden was in office,
We were also
Russia
funding
and
Ukraine.
Ukraine had a war.
Yeah, and they're still at that war. I thought he was going to end it in 24 hours. He wasn't
Well,
very stern with that, was he?
You can't make up for Biden's 4 years of bullshit in 24 hours.
It wasn't 4 years because it didn't happen the entire administration, one. And
Okay,
two,
so what
how did
happened,
that
2
have to do
years?
with Biden? How did that have to do with Biden?
What do you mean?
What did that have to do with Biden? Why did Trump follow the exact same thing Biden did if it is the case that Biden was the one who fucked it up?
I don't know. I just feel like you're so anti-Trump and nothing you really hear matters to you. You just make like you have your you know you have your facts. There's no disputing that. I can't dispute you on that. I just like Trump.
Okay, facts over feelings, right?
First of all, feelings can come in with politics. I think he's doing a better job right now.
Okay, how so?
I just think he is just putting motions in. I'm gonna be honest with you. Maybe feelings over. I don't know. I just like him. I mean, that's just my opinion. Maybe it's wrong. I don't know. Whoever you like, right?
Okay, but like what? Like why? Because I think he's a horrible person. I don't see a good reason to like him. It sounds like it. Like it sounds like you should have a reason, right?
I don't think he's a horrible person.
Or, so someone held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman, saying you dated a 10-year-old girl
Well,
in
first
10
of all,
years, bragging about walking
you have to blame the jury for that because they did not accuse him of grape. Okay, they said that they didn't have enough evidence of grape, only sexual abuse.
That's not what they
So
said.
if you want to blame anybody, blame the jury. And if he did something so horrible like that, he should be in jail, right?
He should be in jail. The reason why he's not is because of statute of limitations in New York specifically that says after 5 years you can't try him in a criminal court, even if you have like evidence, like even if you have like video evidence. In terms of the court case for the jury determination, that was actually the law that existed, the civil law, the definition of rape. It's not that they weren't saying that it was rape; it's that the law says specifically that rape was only when a male member is forcibly penetrating a woman's vagina against her will, right? And that's not the only context of rape. We think any forceful penetration of a woman's vagina against her will is rape. That's what happened. So because she didn't know whether or not it happened with fingers or with his male member, that is the reason why they said sexual abuse. That doesn't mean that she wasn't raped. She absolutely was raped. I just want to I want you to hear this video real quick because I think this is like really telling of Donald Trump's character as a person.
Okay, I'm open to listen to it.
For sure. And then I have another clip to play you right after.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I'll tell you the funniest is that I'll go backstage before a show.
Yes.
And everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And, no men are anywhere. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. I'm inspecting.
Right,
I want to make sure that
You're like
everything
a doctor.
is good.
You're there.
Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? They're standing there with no. Is everybody okay? And you see these incredible-looking women, and so I sort of get away with things like that.
All right. Any quick response to that one?
I'm just looking at the comments. Like, she's still going to defend him no matter what. I'm not defending. Listen, I just liked him because for the troops, I'm not defending his actions or anything like that. So people in the comments have to stop saying that because,
So what did he do for the
I'm
troops?
not defending I don't know how you do this because these comments are
So what did he do for the
terrible.
troops? What did he do for the troops?
What? I don't know. My dad just said he supports the troops. I don't know.
Oh, so your dad just said that he supports the troops. So I'd love to debate your dad too. But he doesn't support the troops. I gave you
yeah. Okay.
I gave you good reason to believe that he doesn't support the troops. He cut the VA. He specifically led to 65 service members dying under his administration in conflict. We can point to that, greater than the 16 under the Biden-Harris administration. We can also point to the fact that Donald Trump called veterans suckers and losers and said that John McCain's not a war hero because he was captured, right? And because he was a prisoner of war, which is an insane thing to say about a veteran that was literally caught as a prisoner of war when he's someone who dodged the draft multiple times. And then also listen to this.
Is beautiful, Ivanka.
By the way,
Ivanka. My daughter is beautiful, Ivanka.
By the way, your daughter.
She's beautiful.
Can I say this? A piece of ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hear it.
How do you feel about him saying
People just
yeah
don't
to
have to be
Howard?
so mean in the comments.
How do you feel about him saying yeah to Howard Stern, calling his daughter a piece of ass?
Listen, I came on here to, tell you I support him, and you're just, bring facts up, and I'm not trying to, go back and forth. I just came on to tell you. That's all.
Sure. I understand. And maybe the comment section here, you can hold down on the screen and click clear display and you won't see the comment section.
It's okay. No, it's okay.
But
people just could be so, I'm just saying, I don't even know how you do this with the comments. People could be so mean.
So here's something that I would say, and this is how people are interpreting it from their side because they know more about this than you do, is that it's actually mean for you to support someone like Donald Trump and support him, saying these types of things and support him in despite of that. And oftentimes people like, I mean, it sounds like for you, you just didn't know about it and you've just kind of supported Trump because of like the people around you have said things in support of Trump. And like really, if you incorporate like the things that I'm talking about, right, like then you'll have a better view on the matter. And the reason why people are responding like that is because the views are insane and they've become incredibly normalized in our society because Donald Trump has been in the political race and got voted in. So that's actually one of the harms that we're arguing against on this live is the fact that it's become so normalized in society that there are normal people that literally don't even know about all of the things Donald Trump's done that are bad, right? That still support him in a certain sense, right? And they need to know that these things are bad about him. And they also need to know that it's factual that these things did happen and that Donald Trump is a horrible person and that he's going to lie about it and say that he didn't do these things and you know, make up all these lies as he always does. And you got to make sure to be able to read through the lines to be able to see what's actually happening, base your beliefs on facts and evidence rather than just
Read
like
the
what
facts and stuff
people
like
around
that.
you said.
Yeah. That's why I just came on. That's, you know. But yeah, I'll definitely, you know, look into it.
All right. I appreciate you coming up.
Bye.
Alrighty, everyone. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. If you're on the YouTube, make sure to like the stream. It will help get it out to more people. Make sure to like that stream. Let's try to run it up to 2,000 likes here on the YouTube stream. I'd really appreciate if you're on the TikTok stream, tap that screen. Let's try to run it up to 1 million likes, everyone. Let's try to run it up to 1 million likes. Tyler with the $50 for Happy Friday. I don't know how you talk to such stupid people and say as calm you do. I need a blinker for real. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Get some W's for Tyler in the comment section. Nazi, thank you so much. I appreciate the $10. Thank you for helping me get through my dialysis. Here's a little something to help you through your next refill. I want to be you when I grow up. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Can we get some W's in the comment section for them? I really appreciate it. I hope your date night went well with Marge. Yes, it was great. It was amazing last night. It was really nice to see her. She was gone for a few days, and it was really nice to spend so much time with her. Irmina, thank you so much for the picture of the $5. Sid with the $50. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I saw the notification line pop up as I was on phone with the cops because a kid was throwing chairs at me. Oh my gosh. Hope your stream is more peaceful than that, lol. Oh my gosh, shit. I'm so sorry to hear that. That's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. That's nuts. Let's go on to the next person, everybody. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? All right, let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. For the 4.5 thousand people here on the TikTok stream, do tap that screen. It'll help get out to more people. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like that stream. It helps push it out to more people. If you want to support me, as always, again, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, Linktree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube. Sorry you don't have your TikTok account yet? Yeah, tomorrow I should have it back. I should have it back tomorrow, though. And again, W's for Matt in the comments section. Thank you so much to Matt for letting me use his account today. That's like I'm incredibly thankful for that. I would not have an account right now to go stream off of right now and debate people if it was not for Matt. So W Matt in the comments section right now. Share some love. And by the way, everyone, go to the link tree in my bio and go fucking follow Matt's Substack. Matt's Substack has amazing information. It's totally free to do so. And I'm just going to let everyone know, do it while it's free. Okay? Because I, every day, am trying to convince this guy to monetize off of that so he can make some money off of the great information that he gives out. I might try to work with him to be able to do that. Like let him market through me or something. So, you know, I really want Matt to get paid for what he does. I think he gives really good information out. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Oh, let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Alrighty. It's for some reason not connecting everyone. We're trying to get the next person up here. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello? Hello? Okay. I'm so confused, chat. I'm so confused. Video isn't showing the guest. Yeah, I know it wasn't showing up on my screen either. I don't know what's going on. There we go. Now it's showing up. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Okay, what is going on right now? What is going on? Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Fuck Trump. Fuck Trump. Fuck Trump.
For sure, for sure.
I love you, Parker.
Let's go on to the next person. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello? Okay, all right. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump, everyone. We are just looking for some debates.
Hi
what's up? How old are
guys,
you?
fuck Donald Trump. He's such a dickhead.
Nice. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump, everybody. We are just looking for some debates. Please, everyone, only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. If you're MAGA, type in the comment section right now and we'll bring you up here. If you're MAGA and you want to debate, type in the comment section right now and we'll bring you up. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 21.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Oh yeah, baby.
Okay, what's your birth year?
2003.
What month?
October 31st.
Okay, so why do you support Donald Trump?
Because I don't like seeing our country being taken advantage of by other countries and even our own people, honestly.
In what way?
Like that social, like, well, no, why I don't know why I said so. That government assistance BS. That, you know what I'm talking about?
Like government assistance, social programs?
EBT, like people who don't like those people who like don't want to work and stuff. So
Is the goal of that to like save money or is it to like punish people?
both. It's to punish the people who are taking advantage of the system.
Okay, then why isn't it listed within the context of the Medicaid and food stamps cuts that it's specifically trying to kick people off the system that like are frauding the system?
Why isn't it in there? You said that's
Yeah.
a good question.
Okay, so
That's a good question.
it seems like you're just making that up then.
I'm not making that up.
Do you have a job?
Yeah, I have a full-time job.
A full-time job. And by the way, if someone's going to school, like should they lose their Medicaid if they don't work 20 hours in a week?
Nah, that's not what I said. I wasn't talking about people who go to school.
Well, I just want to let you know the big beautiful bill would kick them off Medicaid.
Oh, is it in the big beautiful bill?
Yep.
What do you think about no
requirements.
tax on it? Oh. So what do you think? Do you think why are you all against like no tax on tips? I'm confused about that one.
We're not.
You're not?
No,
Oh.
the deduction for no tax on tips is one of like the only good aspects of the big beautiful bill.
And no tax on overtime too?
It's not no
You-
tax
are
on
you with
overtime. It's
that?
just a deduction from taxable income. You can deduct 12,500 from your taxable income if you make that in overtime, and for tips you can do 25,000 in overtime or 25,000 deduction, which is not like you get 25,000. Is that you can just deduct that from your taxable income. So if you make $100,000, your taxable income would be 75,000.
So 25,000, you're not being taxed at all.
If you make $25,000, you wouldn't be taxed at all. Yeah.
Oh, so that's not really helping the rich now, is it? Because that's what most of the left is
If you
saying.
look at the after-tax income effect of the big beautiful bill, it decreases after-tax income for the bottom 20% of income earners, and then gives disproportionate tax breaks for millionaires and billionaires. So yeah, it is taking money from the poor and giving to the rich. So that's why people
the
have been
king
saying
knows-
that. The Congressional
the
Budget
king
Office
knows
is
what he's
a
doing.
nonpartisan committee from the federal government.
All right. So back to what I was saying about those like welfare abusers. Do you think they should still get money? You know, those people in the hood who are more willing to go out and get a job, but want to use our tax dollars to live their what they call a lavish life. That's why I voted for Trump. That was like one of the main reasons, along with other reasons. But I just don't like those.
Why do
those
you
kind of
say
people.
specifically the quote-unquote hood?
Hood? Do I need to say it? I think you know what I'm thinking, but I'm not gonna like.
Oh, just tell me what you're saying.
Say it. Tell me what you're saying. I'm talking about like, yes, the broke people, like the people who have no money, but like the people who can work, who are more than willing. But they're like, oh, there's a government's giving out free money. Maybe I don't have to work. I'm just gonna steal from the working class
from the people who pay taxes and actually work and do stuff with their life.
Yeah, because to me, to be honest with you, like that type of language to me seems like racially coded. Like it seems like you're specifically trying to like be bigoted in that type of way without saying it out loud. Is that
I
is
didn't
that
say
what
it
you're
out
doing
loud.
here?
I didn't say nothing. I like how you pointed to race, even though I didn't say anything about race at all.
No, it's that specifically like people who are racist will use such terminology in order to like be racist, but without saying it out loud. Does it make sense?
Yeah, I was just saying like hood, or should I say cities, because that's where a lot of you see a lot of poverty in cities, right?
So okay. So sure, there's people who are in poverty. So you want to restrict people who are in poverty their access to health insurance and food?
No, restrict the people who can work and make some of themselves instead of taking advantage of us, of like the working class.
Okay, so they're taking advantage. Wouldn't it be the rich people under the big beautiful bill that are taking advantage of the working class? Because for people who make under $51,000 a year, their after tax income decreased, and then they're giving tax breaks to disproportionate extents to people who are in the top 1%.
So you think if people make under 51,000 a year, they should be getting EBT and all this other useless stuff?
No, under $51,000 a year, that's just after tax income in terms of decrease. Like that's just people who decrease, but it's not just anyone under 51,000. It would be I think they're way more strict than that.
All right, and what do you think about these?
By the way, I just want to clarify: everyone in the country should have health insurance, regardless of income.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Okay, so then if
I
you
wasn't
think
talking about-
everyone, regardless of their income, should have health insurance, regardless of whether or not they work, they should have health insurance. Well, then you're arguing that these types of work requirements they're trying to put in place for access to health insurance through Medicaid, right, shouldn't exist.
Yeah, I was talking about like Social Security,
so then
like,
wait, okay,
disability. Well,
wait.
I wasn't talking about health insurance.
What? Yeah, you were. Medicaid got cut. Social Security didn't get cut.
I was referring to like disability, EBT, that kind of thing. Not
You want to
Medicaid.
cut disability? By the way, that's
For people who don't need it, absolutely.
By the
You
way,
know how many people are taking? There's literally more people.
Wait,
who
they didn't do that in the Big
go ahead.
Beautiful. One, they didn't do that in the Big Beautiful Bill. Two, what are you talking about? That's actually fucking nuts that you want to cut people off disability. What do you mean people are taking disability? And wait, what is the likelihood of someone taking disability when they don't have a disability?
What was the likelihood?
Yeah,
Like the percentage? You want a percentage?
yeah.
I don't know. It's a lot higher than it should be. I can't pull like a percentage. Like
Could you
out of
give me
my
a
ass
single
and-
source? Could you give me a single source that indicates that there's any percentage that's relatively high at all?
Yeah, if I go to Harrisburg right now, I can find
Go
like
go
10
find
people in,
go
like,
find a
10
source right
minutes.
now. Go find a source right now.
Go find a source right now that people. It's pretty obvious.
I'm waiting.
It's kind of like common sense though.
It's just common sense. So you know what this is called?
That's like saying, oh, cars come in color white, and you're asking, oh, what's the source?
That's not at all. You said that there's a high likelihood that people are frauding out the disability right insurance. Appreciate the money gun. Thank you so much. Right from the federal government that's provided. And I'm asking you for evidence of that. And what you just said was, trust me, please, please trust me.
No, I'm just saying it's common sense. You should know this.
Trust me,
You're
please.
trying to make like a little argument.
Please trust me.
Just like your buddy Dean, he said the exact same. Oh, Medicaid. No, I was talking about Medicaid.
What? What are you saying?
Oh my God, people don't listen. People
No,
don't
you just
listen.
don't make sense.
All right, it's not. Oh my God.
Oh, you're saying Dean asked you to spell Medicaid?
Yeah, I could probably spell better than that kid.
Can you spell Medicaid?
Oh my God. All right. So here's what I'm saying. People are taking advantage of like disability.
Wait. Spell Medicaid. Spell Medicaid.
Oh my God. Is this a spelling class or is this a debate?
Right now it's spelling class.
Let's move. Yeah.
Welcome to a game show. I'm your host, Parker. Get a fucking job. And in today's game show, we've got one Trump fan on the live. And what does he have to do? He has to spell Medicaid. Go for it. You're on the clock.
No, Nah, fuck your clock. He's moving the goalpost. Woo!
Are you gonna answer it? Or are you googling it?
Yeah, I'm googling it. I'm thinking about it.
Dude, I'm serious. You're like embarrassing yourself a lot right now. Please answer.
Medicaid. Yeah.
Literally, you know the title of this YouTube video is gonna be Trump voter embarrassed by simple spelling test.
Yeah.
I'm serious. That's gonna be the title.
Because
That's
he
gonna
moved
be the
goalpost, he
title.
moved the goalpost.
That's gonna be the title of this video.
Yeah. Because I came here for debate, not a spell.
Go ahead.
This is what y'all do.
Define
Y'all
Medicaid.
move the goalpost.
Wait. You brought this up. You brought this up.
moved the
You brought this
goalpost,
up. Define
and you try
Medicaid.
to- and you
Or
try
not
to bring
define.
it to somebody
Wait.
else. You
Spell
try to
Medicaid.
change the whole
Spell
thing.
Medicaid.
Who's your president?
I'm
Tell
just
me
asking.
your
Can you
president.
spell Medicaid?
Who's your president?
He can't do it. He
Who's your
can't spell
president?
Medicaid. He can't do it, chat. Oh my God! No wonder Dean was telling you to do this. You're fucking
M-E-D-I-C-A-I-D.
absolutely lost. You're clueless.
I just spelled it for you.
What'd you spell it again? Spell it again.
Oh my.
Do it.
M-E-D-I-C-A-I-D.
You see M-A-D?
M-E-D.
Spell it one more time.
I-C- Oh. All right. All right. Number 3. All right. Are your ears open this time?
No, I just I'm sorry. I literally didn't hear you say it.
All right.
I can go back and see what you said.
All right. Well, now I'll just say M-E-D-I-C-A-I-D.
Did you look it up?
No.
Or did you read? Did you read it out of the chat?
Just look. I'm looking at the. No. I'm looking at the comments. I'm a little dyslexic because us
Wait.
Trump voters don't know better.
Wait.
Right?
Do you actually
No.
have dyslexia?
No, I don't. I'm joking.
Don't say that. But when it comes to this, like, bro, like, Medicaid, like, spelling Medicaid is not that crazy. Like, if you want to cut Medicaid, you should probably be able to spell it right.
I didn't say I didn't want a Medicaid cut.
Okay, well then that's what you support in the Big Beautiful Bill, right? So what do you like in the Big Beautiful Bill?
The cutbacks on disability and people take advantage of the system. Like I said, I'm using disability as an example. I'm not just saying disability.
The cutbacks on disability. There's no what cutback in disability is in the Big Beautiful Bill.
Oh my god. Cutbacks of government assistance for people who want to sit on their ass and do nothing with their lives
Can you
and take advantage of me
wait?
who pays taxes.
Wait, where are the cuts for disability and Social Security? I mean, where are they? I'm asking
they're
you.
in there.
Where?
My
What are they cutting? What are they increasing? Like, are they making it harder to get access to these programs? Where is it listed?
Yes.
Can you give me one source that reports on this? He left. That's embarrassing. That is embarrassing. Charissa, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $10. Iron, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. Lydia, thank you so much for the $1 for Hi Parker. It's my birthday today. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Oh my gosh. I hope for a quick recovery. Oh my gosh. I hope for a quick recovery. Thank you everyone. Yes, that was actually crazy. Harness, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you. Dylan, thank you for the $5. Thank you. Thank you. Let me make sure I'm caught up on YouTube, and then I'm going to go on to the next guest real quick. I'm going to catch myself up on YouTube, and then I'll go on to the next guest. B, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. I work in disability, sitting in on hearings every day, and it's incredibly hard to fraud disability. Frantic, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $5. Tubbs, thank you so much for the $2. EP, thank you for the $5. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Let's go on to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. If you're on YouTube again, make sure to like that stream. Ruby, thank you so much for the $5.
Thank you so much for the $5. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruby. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I'm glad I do. I'm glad I do. Good luck for that. Good luck for that. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? Alrighty, let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Let's go on to the next person. Again, only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. For the 4.2 thousand people almost in this stream, I would recommend to go over to the YouTube channel as always. Park did a job on YouTube. We post 2 videos there every single day. All my lives are always there, and you don't have to deal with all the TikTok bans. Just letting everyone know. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to join. I love you.
You're good. Don't worry. You're good. You're good. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Ashley, thank you for the $2. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you. Thank you. All the MAGA were in the comments. Where'd they go? I don't know. They got so scared. Jewel, thank you for the $5. Yo, what's up? How old are you? The MAGA in the comments section got scared and ran away. That's what it is. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I am 38.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Do you support Donald Trump?
Absolutely.
Is there a way you could fix your echo real quick? You have a huge echo right now. So maybe I think you have to swipe out of the app and then swipe back in. And that might fix it. But it's a really bad echo. Hello?
Is it still echoing?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, I think it is.
You might want to send a guest request back. I'll look for you in the guest box. But it seemingly is the case that it was really bad. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
36.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Why so?
So, my reason is the DEI programs.
Okay. Which specific DEI program did Kamala Harris support that you disagree with?
No, the elimination of them. I don't think that they were very helpful to begin with. And I think a lot of people, including you, Parker, don't really know what it is. Also, I went to debate camp, so like I know how to do this. Yeah, I'm not proud of it, but like, dude, I was forced to go to debate camp, right? People went to summer camp, I went to debate camp.
Okay. So which specific DEI programs do you disagree with?
DEI in general. First of all, it's not like a specific program; it's DEI in general.
So all
right?
DEI.
So each company has a DEI program.
Okay.
And I know people
can I respond to this? So for example, do you think that there shouldn't be like, for example, you go to the mall, and there are ramps for people who are disabled?
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
That's
You're gonna
DEI.
go here. You're going to DEIA. Yes. Well, the elimination is DEI. You think they're going to really eliminate ramps for like disabled people? No, dude. That is just an easy argument that you're trying to make because they want to eliminate DEI, and then you guys liberals love to add the A part and acting like now crippled people can't traverse.
Disabled. Don't say that.
Sorry.
Toffee, I appreciate the membership subscription.
Disabled people can't traverse everyday situations. No, they're not gonna eliminate that part. What they're eliminating, and you know this because if you know Donald Trump, he's eliminating the race part of it, and it's not actually
okay. So when you're speaking of DEI, you're just referencing DEI in relation to race. You're not referencing DEI in relation to women. You're not referencing DEI in relation to
DEI also has to do with race. It also has to do with women.
Race, gender. What else?
It has to also do with veterans.
Do you agree with it with veterans?
He's not there. They are not eliminating it for any of those classes, by the way.
So then what do you want to eliminate DNA? Or I mean, not DNA. Sorry, what the fuck? What do you want to eliminate DEI for?
Because it imposes a lot of extra work for people to accommodate the government requirements.
You mean just hiring or not hiring? Not even hiring. You mean just interviewing women?
So yeah, okay. Finally, someone fucking knows about this. Sorry. So yes, it requires you to interview
Yes.
a minimum number of people. Yeah.
Yeah, like
All
so,
right.
like what's wrong with interviewing women?
Well, it doesn't really do anything because if you want to hire whatever company you want, all you have to do is document it well enough to show that you prefer a non DI company to an actual DI company. So it doesn't actually do anything. All it does is create more paperwork.
No. What you're not understanding is like we're referencing, for example, for like say for Congress, right? That in order to look, or not for Congress, for government positions, in order for them to
Yeah.
hire people, they have to also look at the look at like applications from women. The idea that you
Yes.
only are going to look at applications from men, I think, is problematic in
No,
itself.
but that's the thing. DI requires you to document it. It doesn't mean you can't interview women or minorities if you don't have these DI requirements. All it means is that you don't have to have these stringent documentation requirements from the government. That's all it means.
Are you documenting who you are interviewing?
You have to, yeah. Because if
wait,
you
so
don't
that if
hire,
you do that anyway, right?
Exactly.
So
You're
then,
making
what
my
extra
point.
paperwork is it if you do that anyway?
No, because specifically you get reviewed on the DI papers specifically, which says like, okay, you had like what this position required the X amount of requirements, and then you were required to interview X three, usually it's three, or at least in my state it's three DI individuals. And you must document, if you do not choose a DI person, you must document exactly why you did not. And it creates just more paperwork. When if that individual was
Oh
good
my
for the
god, dude! Oh my god, the paperwork.
No,
So
oh my
I
God,
think
dude.
that's okay if it's preventing discrimination.
But the thing is, it's easily circumvented by just documentation. That's the thing, right? It's like it's what Democrats do, right? Like, oh, like we're presenting that we're doing this good thing.
Why
but-
don't you just pull yourself up by your bootstraps and stop being so lazy?
What?
I'm
I don't know how that
using
fits.
the age-old conservative argument. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Stop being so lazy and just do it.
Okay, and I would agree with that.
The other disgusted veteran, thank you for the member subscription. Okay, seems like there's no argument then. Bree, thank you for the $5. Thank you.
You're not disagreeing with me when you say that, because what I'm saying is that like you're not required to interview X amount of people. You're required to interview the best individual for the position.
Wait, interview. You're just interviewing. You still can select the best individual.
Yes, but you're not required to interview more individuals just to adhere to a policy. You're just interviewing the people who meet the requirements. That's it. And also, by the way, if you ever did an application, I'm not sure that you have working on TikTok, but if you ever made an application, you don't put your race on your paper, right? And like, you don't even do that to begin with, right?
So I'm confused. Like when you apply for jobs,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you do.
I'm pretty sure you don't. Like you
I mean,
have your resume.
the
You send in
entire.
your
I mean,
resume.
hey, I'm not someone
Send in
that's.
your resume, dude.
I just want to clarify. I'm not someone that's sent around my my resume a bunch of places. This has been my job since I've
Clearly.
been in college.
Yeah.
So like this has been what I've been doing. I haven't sent but I did do resume work specifically within college to like build up resumes.
You
and I
didn't work
did
at like
hear.
a McDonald's or something?
No.
Like growing up? Like you didn't do dude, what? You didn't work any regular job?
This is a regular job, but no, I didn't work any other job. No.
Okay. Well, the point being is that you send your resume. Okay. You might not be familiar with this, but this is what you do.
The entire
And-
chat is saying otherwise. I mean, the entire chat's done that, right?
Well, I'm not reading it, but what are they saying?
The entire chat is saying that you have to.
No, you send your resume to apply for a position, dude. What? I have no idea what anyone else is saying.
I never said resume for position. I said that I have familiarity with like resumes and with like the job application process from like school, but not from sending applications myself. That's what I was saying.
Okay, but the point being is that when you send a resume, you don't write your race in the resume. Okay, so what they're hiring on
Is
is
it in the
resume.
application?
No, no. First of all, you apply to a position, you just send your resume. You're not like filling a
Is it
role.
is it in the application?
In some cases, yeah, sure, yeah,
Okay.
you're right.
Nina, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. And the other disgusted veteran, thank you again for the $20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, fine. You're right about that. Okay, forget about that. But
Yeah, Santana just sent me that job applications have a section for race.
not all of them, but some of them do. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I could you, I don't know. Maybe they're, I don't know. Whatever.
But the point being is that, okay, that is just used to fulfill the requirement of like, hey, you need to interview X, Y, Z amount of people, right? But really, first of all, when the hiring manager, they don't get the race part of that application. They just get your resume, right? They review it, and then they interview, and then that's it, right? So it's creating more work to fulfill the requirements of the DI requirements when you can still hire DI requirements and not have to like deal with all the paperwork. And that's all I'm saying.
So
I'm not against
your whole reason,
DI.
so the reason why
I'm
you
just against the
so
paperwork.
to
requirement.
clarify, you voted for a guy held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman, who sent false slates of electors to the electoral college to cast Trump votes when he didn't win to try to steal the election, who called for the termination of the Constitution, who said he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years, who bragged about walking the changing rooms of girls to Miss TSA because he quote unquote owns the place to inspect them without their consent because there's a little bit extra paperwork from DEI programs. That's it. That's the reason.
You're going to your cream of the crop argument, okay? I was just arguing the DI part.
I
okay?
understand, but is that the main? Is that the
Are you
only
right
reason?
about that part of it?
Is that the only reason?
No, it's also the economy, but no, also the economy, but I don't want to talk about that. I will
Why
agree
not?
with you on what stuff you just said, because why don't I agree on the economy?
Yeah.
Because God damn it. Well, first of all, I think in the long run, all right, feel free to drop me whenever you want when we get into this argument, but like, all right, I feel that the tariffs are a short-term strategy to create long-term gains.
Okay. Sure. Like, how do you have any good evidence of that? And also, why would I kick you off for saying that?
Well, because I didn't really want to delve into this whole economy part. I was kind of just
Why not?
focusing on
Why
DI,
not?
but
You went to debate camp,
this is
bro.
uncharted territory. That's why.
Well, it's not uncharted territory.
Uncharted
Oh,
territory.
regardless of whether or not it's uncharted, you went to debate camp. You got this.
Well, you know, if you have you been to debate camp?
No, never.
Well, yeah. Well, thank
I
your
actually
parents, 'cause-
never went to camp as a kid. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't go to camp because I was scared of snakes. Not trolling.
Well, I was forced to go to debate camp, right? So, and anyway, so how it works is you have to research your thesis and then you present it at the end of the camp. But anyway, so I did some research, not enough to debate this area, but I do know that the tariffs have not had a negative impact as large as it was initially thought it would be. Okay, that was before last night when we heard about this 40% thing that's happening. Okay, which you and I don't really know about the effects of that. Probably not great, but in general, it hasn't had such a large negative impact on our economy.
Because they were put on pause. So that's so a lot of them were put on pause. That's why, if you want to look at the effect on the economy, we did. The average real GDP growth has gone down. And you know what? I wasn't going to say this because I was going to wait until a Trump supporter would bring it up on the live. But it's been multiple days, and Trump supporters still haven't talked about this. Q2 GDP numbers came out, and there's like 3% GDP growth for real GDP, which is good numbers back to where we were before. but we're still
entire
on average
inflation.
lower real GDP growth than what we were prior. And it is the case that like this brings us back to a little bit less than what we were prior, and we lost a quarter of essentially 3% growth, so that's a big issue. But like, I mean, not a single Trump supporter has brought this up on the live yet. What the hell? How are y'all so incompetent? I was seriously gonna wait until someone brings it up, but like seriously, it's been multiple days since this came out, and not a single Trump supporter has brought this up on the live. That is incompetence, like actually straight up incompetence.
I'm aware of I'm aware of that. Okay, but also, okay, like you said, the growth wasn't as great as it should be, right? You agree with that?
Yeah, the growth rate's not as good now as what it should have been if we'd never imposed the tariffs in the very first place.
Because of tariffs, but if you reduce
Because the tariffs that
or
were put in place and then paused.
Okay, fine, I'll give you that. But here's the thing, right? First of all, we're making trade deals, and those tariffs are going to drop as we make trade deals for each country. Okay. Yeah.
Wait, repeat
Fair.
that one more time. Sorry.
So we're going to, as we make deals with each country, the GDP is going to rise, right? Because we're going to reduce those tariffs on each of those countries once we make a deal. Second of all, well, first of all, is that not true?
You said if we make deals with each country, tariffs are going to rise?
No, I said as we make deals with each of those countries, those tariffs are going to reduce, which will increase the economy, right? We see it.
I mean, the tariffs aren't in place right now. They're currently paused, so it will increase from the current rates at right now.
Did you see the news last night? Like, it was like, what? We have like 41% on Syria, like 40% on a bunch of Asian countries have the highest tariffs. But as we make deals with them, we're going to reduce those tariffs. Like, for example,
Aren't they? No. So
Australia.
which ones are not paused?
Australia.
So just on Australia?
No, Japan, Vietnam, UK.
Wait. When did the ones for Vietnam go into effect?
Oh no, dude. Way earlier. I know Australia was the most recent one. Japan was the most recent before that. I think. South
Can you give me
Korea.
a source for any of this?
I think CNN.
No. Can you just go find a title and come back?
Yeah. Okay. Sure. All right, give me a minute.
All right. Do give it a second, everyone. Do give it a second. In the meantime, everyone, make sure to like the stream. Make sure to like the stream. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like the stream. If you're on TikTok, do tap that screen. It will help get it out to more people. Let's try to get to 1 million likes here on TikTok, everyone. Give him a second. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube. Again, you can support me over YouTube Super Chat as well. Libby, thank you for the $15. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Libby. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry to hear that originally happened to you. That's crazy. Why is it not letting me see the whole message? What the hell? Libby, I will try to look through. It's for some reason not showing me the whole message. I don't know what's going on with my Venmo. There we go. I see it now. That's crazy. I'm glad that you regained that, Libby. I'm glad that you regained that. That's crazy. That's crazy. Sammy, thank you so much for the $5 twice. Thank you. As a finance guy, I was waiting for someone to bring up Q2 GDP as well. Dude, I was waiting, and I thought about this a while because Matt sent this to me as soon as it happened. As soon as it happened, Matt sent it. And yeah, by the way, I found it before he did. There will be a 20% tariff on Vietnamese imports. And then U.S. imports to Vietnam will not be subject to tariff. So what happened to reciprocal tariffs, by the way?
Well, they're happening still.
Okay. So
based on the trade deal.
So again, do you think that tariffs, right, are like positive for the economy?
Well, dude, obviously it's not. Okay. But I'm saying, like, once we make the deals, it would be. Like, for example, take EU, right? I'll give you this. It's slightly positive towards the US, right? And I'm pretty sure that was given by either Bloomberg or Reuters. Not sure. But it slightly benefits the US
How? In
over
what way?
EU, just in terms of the benefits of the trade deal.
In like what way?
If it's slightly benefits, I would assume by more investments or better terms in terms of the tariffs percentage against each other.
So then you'd have to be specific with what you're referencing.
Here's the other thing, Parker, right? So when Trump is in placing these tariffs, right, it's creating a global protectionist economy, right? Which means other countries are also doing the same thing with other countries, right? So it does not mean that we're faring off worse than other countries.
Wait, so tariff rates for Canada increased today. They go into effect today, right?
Well, on a small portion of their economy. Because we have the I think it's a North America Mexico trade deal thing. So a majority of the imports we're getting from them are within that trade deal, right? There's a few that are outside of that are not subject to that deal.
Yeah, I mean, you could be specific, but still, like that's still like these tariffs are still imposing, like in becoming into effect, and we're going to see the detrimental impacts of them. We saw what it was when they were originally put in place, and that's devastating. Jacqueline, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much.
It hasn't been devastating yet.
By the way, losing 3% real GDP growth is pretty devastating. I'm not going to lie. Like,
I think you said we
no,
3%.
I understand, but like we should have had that in the first quarter and we didn't, because Donald Trump imposed the tariffs.
Any country in the world. Neither is any.
I want you to think about what is 1% of our GDP.
300 million? I don't know.
No.
30 million?
No. So 1% of our 1% of over 20 trillion. What is that?
That would be what, 2 million? 20 million? 20 million?
20 million?
Of 20 trillion? Yeah. The 20 billion, I guess. 20 billion.
200 billion. Right? That's 1%. So 3% is $600 billion.
Okay. And what do you?
And that's assuming 20 trillion is our GDP, which is higher. It's higher now.
You have to compare it to the rest of the world as well, right? And the rest of the world is also, their economies are going down as well.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
No, the real GDP decline only happened for us.
Okay. Then, so do you have Europe numbers in front of you?
Yeah, look up real GDP, quarter one, 2025 for the globe.
All right, fine. Be right back.
All right. And you can see the distinction between the U.S. and the rest of the global outlook. But yeah, do give it a second, everyone, for people. I mean, for him to find that information. If you're on YouTube again, make sure to like that stream, share the live as well, everyone. It will help get it out to more people. We're about 3 hours in the stream. We still got another 3 hours or so. I want to say on the live at least. We still got another 3 hours or so on the live. What's up, everyone? Everyone on the TikTok, I recommend to go over to the YouTube. Someone said, Parker, you need to take a break. You've been on a lot recently. I have. I think I'm doing good. I think I'm feel good. Instructor, thank you for the $10. Thank you. But yeah, do give it a second, everyone. I know I like seeing the chat here. There's chat on YouTube, actually.
I picked up the first website I found, right, which is like statistictimes.com. Okay, I just literally just Googled it. I didn't look for a conservative website. I just Googled it.
That's
okay?
fine.
All right. And what it says is U.S. GDP's projected growth over the next few years, 2%.
You're misunderstanding. I said for quarter one, 2025.
You want me to look on a quarterly basis versus yearly basis?
Yeah, that's because we were referencing the effect of the tariffs, of whether or not the tariffs impacted it globally.
Look at the projection over a yearly basis would be a little bit more accurate.
What? How about this? How about this? Do you take the real GDP for the European Union going up as evidence otherwise?
If you Googled it at like just and pick the top 3, then yeah, I would listen to you. Yeah.
Zach, thank you for the $20. Thank you so much. Certain ones specifically that people don't know, I would clarify, and if they don't understand, then I will kick them off. There are certain things I do it for. If they're more commonly known and people know it and they still do it, then I kick them off for those. But for ones that specifically aren't known, I kick them off. I mean, for are known, I kick them off given that they respond negatively to me correcting them. You were saying?
If you give me figures that you just Googled and you pick the top 3 to 5 options, yeah, I will take it as fact.
Okay.
But what I just picked the top one. I said that U.S. GDP growth is projected to be around 2%, and I just only looked at
That's
US
lower than
versus
what it.
EU.
That's lower than what it was prior.
And EU is going to be lower than us, so we're going to be higher than the
Dude,
rest
what do
of
you?
the country.
Where do you see this?
I just put GDP, U.S. versus EU, and I picked the first one.
Repeat that.
I put GDP, U.S. versus VS space EU. That's all I did.
U.S., EU,
And then
yeah. So again, just look up global real GDP and then come back. I'll talk to someone in the meantime while you do that. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. And by the way, Zach, I just want to let you know there are absolutely ones in which I do. Like, for example, the Arcelor, like that's an example of one where I do. That's definitely more well known. I kick people off for that. They use the C word to refer to people. Oftentimes, I don't think people know, and that's something that if I clarify to them, they will change their position on. So I definitely am. If they respond positively to me correcting them, I don't know if I would kick them off in that context. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Let's go on the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, I'm 27. I'm a recruiter, and I was asking if I could
Do you
just
support Donald
chat
Trump?
really quickly. No, I'm a recruiter for.
Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump, everybody. We are just looking for some debates. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Please only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump.
So first of all, Parker, this is actually extremely hard to find because the tariffs that were enacted. So everything's about tariffs, but global GDP is projected to grow 3% this year.
Yeah, can you find quarter one real GDP?
I'll be honest with you, it's incredibly hard to find because every article that's showing up is like these new tariffs.
What? I mean, you should just be able to look up quarter one real GDP, right? For 2025 globe, right? Do I need to do it real quick? Yeah, 3.3% for global.
Increase or what?
Increase 3.3%. It was 0.5 decrease for the US.
for Q1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but is the projected increase over the year is 3%, right? I think we might be looking at the same thing. Google AI thing.
So again, the it's very basic. There was 3% growth globally. There was 0.5% decline in the U.S. Do you understand that's not a global trend? Like, for example, when under the Biden-Harris administration, when we saw inflation here and we saw inflation around the world, right? That was something that you can describe as a global trend as it happened around the world at the very same time. If you want to reference this administration, this is not the trend that we saw globally. We saw this trend in the United States, 0.5% decline. We did not see the trend globally. The globally was 3.2%, 3.3% for quarter one.
And it looks like, based on what I just Googled, based on your recommendation, it seems like it was because there was a large amount of imports prior to the tariffs being enacted.
Wait, repeat that one more time?
So it seems like the global GDP was increased based on America increasing their imports to avoid the tariffs that were going to be enacted, based on Google AI.
I'm not following you, man. Repeat it one more time.
So like you're gonna have a tariff of 50% or 40%. Let's make it more realistic, right?
Okay.
And that tariff's going to be enacted in a month.
Okay.
You're going to import a lot more from that country before the
Mm-hmm.
next month, before those tariffs get enacted.
Yeah.
Which increases their GDP, right?
Which
and so you extrapolate that to a global scale.
What? Are you saying because we were going to impose tariffs on them that they had that increase in GDP? The increase in GDP
Exactly. Yes, that's exactly. Yes,
it was
yeah.
carried over from the prior quarter. Look at quarter 4, 2024.
Jesus Christ, man. Okay, fine.
I'm sorry, I'm asking you to look at data points and to like actually critically think. My bad, dude. I'm sorry you just don't just accept things because you saw it on ChatGPT or whatever you feel like, dude. I'm asking you to critically think. If you don't want to critically think, leave the live. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like the stream. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen. It'll help get out to more people. Try to get to 1 million likes, everyone. We're on the way. We're pretty close.
What exactly am I looking at? The
quarter
GDP
4,
growth
2024.
Of the country, of the entire world,
For global
versus
global real GDP, quarter 4, 2024.
versus the U.S. or
Yeah.
okay.
I can pull it up for you, too. Quarter 4 was 3.2%. Same trend. Same trend prior. So, like, again, I don't understand what your point is there.
Can you repeat that? I was busy looking at it.
Yeah, so it was 3% growth.
2.3%, right?
I don't see where you're seeing that.
No, I just Googled. In Q4 of 2024, global GDP increased 2.3%.
Okay, so then wait, even then, there's a trend of increase in inflation then. Or by the way, you're looking at just GDP. You have to look at real GDP, by the way. Yeah, it was 3.2 in 2024. So like here,
I think
let me just at least get you the point. So wait, why are we wait? Why is it showing? We're looking at inflation, right? Is that what you're looking at?
I literally just looked up.
Or are you looking at real
growth.
GDP?
No, no. You told me to look at GDP. I didn't look up real GDP.
Real GDP is what you look at. But I mean, whatever. The point still stands.
I'll take your. Yeah.
The point still stands, right? Like there was already increasing GDP. Does it make sense?
Okay. I'll take. Yeah. Okay. But can you articulate to me how, in relation to the world GDP, how
And by the way, you were saying the tariffs caused that anyway. Because you're saying that the tariffs being put in place led to, like in the future, led to us stockpiling now.
Yeah, well, yeah, it
So then,
does.
yeah, so then it's still the tariffs that led to that.
Well, no, that okay, but anyway, the what I'm asking you is, can you articulate how the, I guess, how are the tariffs negative for the U.S. in relation and including in that explanation the global economy? And I'll help you out.
I really did not follow you again, bro. I'm having a really hard time following you, man.
I'm sorry.
I don't
But
think it's your fault. I think it's me. Go ahead.
no, no,
Repeat one more time.
So, so what I'm asking is like, how are these these tariffs are? You're saying these are negative for the U.S., right? We can agree on that. What I'm also asking is like, are they more negative for the U.S. than they are for other countries? And if so, can you please explain how they are?
I think they're harmful on both sides. I don't know if I can quantify how harmful it is on us comparative to them. I'd probably say it's more harmful for us comparative to them. And that's because it affects our production process, makes our goods more expensive for consumer products, makes domestic manufacturing goods more expensive, because it is the case that the cost of production for their goods from other countries around the world will be more expensive. So, I mean, it hurts Americans a lot. It also hurts other countries by reducing their business as well.
Well, then here I can agree on this. Okay, I suppose. Okay, I'll agree with you there. But it's also hurting the entire world, like civilians who contribute to the economy. It's just hurting us less, which means I think it'll increase our manufacturing, and in the long run, it'll help us. All right, I'm not asking you to agree with that part. I'm asking you to agree with it hurts all the civilian purchasing power globally, just us a little bit less. Fair?
So are you saying tariffs hurt us globally?
It hurts everyone globally,
Yeah.
but it protects production locally.
Okay. When you say protects production, it makes it more expensive for people to buy from the United States, meaning they demand at a
Yes,
lower
more
rate than what they
expensive.
did prior. Plus, it is the case that, like, for American firms, in terms of their domestic manufacturing, it makes their domestic manufacturing process more expensive. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes. No, it does. But yes, it does, because they can't sell it at the same price they used to sell it, right? Other
Repeat that one more
countries
time.
can't sell other countries can't sell their products at the same price, so it hurts their production, hurts their economy, right? That's why all these countries are clamoring over these tariffs,
It hurts
right?
everyone. I don't know
So,
why. I don't know what your point is.
well, the point is that it hurts their production, hurts their economy, and so they're more willing to make a deal that may not be as beneficial to them, which will in turn benefit us.
Okay, I don't see how. Wait, repeat how it benefit us.
Because okay, so let's say you're Australia, okay? You're dealing with 40% tariffs, right? America just imposed 40% tariffs, and let's just say 100% of your exports are to America, right? That's how you're making your money. So you have full-time employment, all these people working in these manufacturing jobs, creating stuff to sell to America, to make money, increase the GDP of the country, right? So if you impose a 40% tariff, a lot of people are going to lose their jobs because America is not going to buy from Australia anymore, right? Because it's cheaper to buy it from America, right? With the higher wages, all that stuff, right? It used to not be beneficial. It used to be cheaper to buy from Australia. Now it's cheaper to buy from the US. So that country, to save their economy, to save the employment rate of their country, is more willing to say, okay, you know what? We'll take a trade deal which will mean we'll, instead of profiting 100% on those exports, we'll profit 80%. Okay, 20%.
One, that's not how the trade deals work. Two, as it relates to this, how would they be able to get that money? Would it be through decreasing their labor standards? So the same issue that you're bringing up of, oh, they're not paying their workers enough, it's going to decrease their labor standards even more.
No, not labor standards, but labor like Japan, right? They agreed to invest like what, 500 billion in the U.S., right? So in the case of Australia, with the extreme case, right, which isn't actually factual, they would agree to provide products while their profits decrease 20%, because it still means they're getting a benefit of employment rate and income from the U.S., right? The difference is, instead of 100%, it's 80%, right? And they avoid.
Did you hear my response to this?
Tariff. What was that?
What was my response to that?
I don't know.
Okay, so I'm going to respond again and say the same thing. One, it does not directly go to the company. They don't just eat the costs. That's not how it works for the businesses around the world. Not only would it be more expensive for them to still sell the product, but it would have to eat into the other cost of production that they have. Okay, it would eat into their labor costs. It would eat into, other sorts of things. So they would have to decrease wages to be able to compensate for that.
Yes, they would have to either decrease their labor or sell it for cheaper. Right?
What? That just doesn't make it. If they sell it for cheaper, they would have to decrease wages.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, you're right. Okay. I'll give you that.
So what you're doing actually is you're incentivizing worse labor conditions around the world. I thought one of the reasons why you said that you wanted domestic production in the United States is because we have higher labor standards.
We have higher labor wages.
Yeah.
Right. So when you enact those tariffs, then people are more likely to purchase from the U.S., which has higher wages, because it becomes cheaper. Right?
It becomes cheaper. It becomes cheaper than the good that's coming to the country from another country. Listen.
Yeah.
A good that's coming from another country is now more expensive. So it's cheaper in comparison to a product that you've made way more expensive than it itself didn't become cheaper.
Yes, you're right. Yeah. But people who want those goods are going to now purchase the cheapest one, which is now produced in the U.S.
Again, they will decide to buy the one in the U.S. to a greater degree. What does that do for the consumer, though? It makes it more expensive for them?
Temporarily, until you reduce
it makes it... Wait, so if you reduce the tariff, then you reduce the domestic production. There's no incentive to produce in America.
Well, once you get up the manufacturing facilities, then that reduces the cost. Right now, there's no incentive to even create those manufacturing facilities.
If you're just going to get rid of the tariff right after it is the case that they build the factories, why would they build the factories in the first place?
Because right now, the cost of building a factory and employing people at higher wages is going to cost more than...
It still will be harder for them to maintain in the long run comparative to otherwise. Also, why would you, in order for them to bring their manufacturing back to the United States, they have to know that it is the case that it's going to stay in the United States for a long run, and it's going to be like that in the long run, which if you're going to take away the tariffs isn't going to be true. So again, there's no certainty that you're creating within the market to be able to produce those conditions like reliably.
Okay. Yeah. You made a point there. Yeah, you made a point. And the only point that would counter that is if Trump was in office for more than his allotted term.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to talk about, Rad?
No.
For
You
sure.
made a good point, bro.
All right. I appreciate you coming up. Thank you so much, man.
All right, bye.
All righty. Let's go on to the next person. Zach, thank you for the $20. Thank you so much. I know. I absolutely know. Don't worry. I don't think you're being a jerk. I think it was totally valid. And I do think that explanation makes sense for me to bring up too. So I do appreciate you, Zach. I'm not like angry at you or anything. I definitely am not. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello.
Yeah, do you support Donald Trump?
Yes.
What state do you live in?
I think his politics are really good, and he.
Okay. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yeah, what up? 35.
Do you support Donald Trump?
I support some of his viewpoints.
If you could go back in time and either vote for Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, who would you vote for?
Well, I'm a convicted felon, so I can't vote, period.
So the next person, only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Fuck you, Parker. Kill yourself.
Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Parker, when are you playing Farming Sim? Get on now.
You know,
Parker, please.
you know, I can't even kick you from the live right now. They've been asking you to play Farming Sim for so long now. That's 2 times in two different days. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Oh, thanks for having me in your life.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yeah, sure I do.
For sure. Why do you support Donald Trump?
Well, I was tricked from believing Donald Trump was a great person. But all the news that came out and me losing my job and all that stuff that happening, man, was a bad decision. Very bad decision.
I appreciate you so much for coming up on the live. Thank you so much. W changing your mind. W changing your mind. We love that. We love that. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hi, I'm 25.
Do you support Donald Trump?
I do not, but my husband does.
Oh, if your husband's with you, I would debate him. I'm sorry. I immediately when you said that you didn't, I just kicked you. If your husband is there with you, send a guest request back in. If he wants to debate. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump, everybody. We are just looking for some debates. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 40.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Sure.
Why is that?
He's a great guy.
Why is he a great guy?
Well, I was like trying to explain to you and you kicked me off earlier.
Wait, didn't you just say that you don't support Donald Trump anymore?
I said I was tricked into believe he was a good guy, but I support him. And you didn't let me finish. You kicked me off the live.
I assumed that you were a liberal and that you were saying that you don't support Donald Trump anymore.
No.
And that you
I
changed
support
your
the
mind.
guy. I support this guy, okay? I just
So
want
like,
American to know.
if you could go back in time and you could either vote for Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, who would you vote for?
Okay, listen, I will definitely vote for Kamala Harris. Kamala.
Okay, so... Dude, I'm so confused. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Old enough. I think you're pathetic.
What's your birth year?
I was born in 2000, bud.
So how old are you?
I'm 25.
Okay, what month?
January.
Okay, so why am I pathetic?
Well, actually, you're not, because you helped get Trump elected, and I can't thank you enough for that.
How did I help get Trump elected?
You turned so many people into voting for Donald Trump. It's incredible.
What makes you think that?
Because of how you and Dean are, and your butt buddy Harry.
What about how I am? And I'm not friends with Harry anymore.
I don't care. You were. You're doing TikToks with him and everything, bud.
Yeah, not disputing that.
Yeah, and you helped Trump win.
How?
Because everybody hates you guys.
Well, I don't think everyone hates me. I'm just asking, like, what about what did I do to help get Trump elected? Why do you hate me?
Because you clearly did not allow, like, the democratic process to work out. Your party did not allow that process to work out. You appointed someone, and then you defended that decision, and no one liked her, and the country rejected her.
80% of the Democratic Party was satisfied with her being the nominee. She barely lost the election. She lost to Donald Trump by
No,
a
she
lower
barely,
margin
huh?
than what Donald Trump lost in 2020.
You lost all 7 swing states, boss.
She lost to a lower margin than what Donald Trump did in 2020.
She underperformed versus Biden.
Of course. Yeah, I do acknowledge that.
Exactly. Okay.
But
So
that's
why?
that's also was expected for what Biden was going to do in 2024 as well. He was actually expected to do even worse, because it is the case that his cognitive decline, but also that people attributed inflation to the incumbent president, about the bigotry towards trans people and immigrants.
You think that's the reason why you lost?
Yeah, those are the three top reasons from exit polling.
It wasn't your messaging.
No.
It wasn't democratic messaging.
It could be their messaging on immigrants and trans people, the fact that they weren't, as upfront in responding from a liberal perspective. I think that could be seen as like a way that they responded incorrectly, but that's really about, like, it's nothing that would be like better for the other side.
I mean, everybody thinks that you guys went too far to the left, and you did.
Well,
And
you
that's
guys are
exactly what happened.
you're an idiot. If you think that Kamala Harris went too far to the left, you're an idiot.
You think Kamala Harris is not progressive?
Yeah, no, I think that she's teetering on being a corporate Democrat, like, but prior she was more progressive, like according to her prior beliefs. But I mean, she under the 2024 election was running under like a pretty moderate title.
No.
Yeah, can you tell me one like far left opinion she has?
Sex changes for prison.
Yeah, this is just what Trump said, and no, this never happened.
Sex changes for prisoners.
Nope, never happened.
That actually did happen.
Nope. Give me a single source.
I don't have to give you a source. The messaging that Democrats used did
So
not
so
work.
so
I
people
pray to God
so
you
to
don't-
clarify, people within prisons did get access to HRT, but no, they did not get gender reassignment surgery.
You think people want prisoners to have access to HRT?
Yes.
No.
What?
The country does not support that.
It's what they need.
No.
It's the same as any other medicine they would
don't.
need.
HRT for sex changes?
Wait, HRT doesn't change your sex, but it changes the hormones in your body.
Yeah, I know
what's
that.
what's wrong
dumbass.
with that?
I'm talking about the fact that no one wants them to have that.
Oh, I do. And if you want trans
Yeah,
people,
because you're an idiot.
How does that make me an idiot? They need it for medical purposes.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. You can't just like go off of like HRT like that. Okay, they just left. All right. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
18,
What's your birth year?
2007, April 3rd.
And do you support Donald Trump?
Yeah. Kamala said that in 2019, right? The prisoner thing. Wasn't or
About
maybe,
HRT?
maybe in terms of maybe it wasn't. I just remember like 2019, Kamala was more progressive, probably.
Yeah.
But I would agree with you that Kamala Harris is like absolutely like leaning more towards being like a corporate Democrat as of right now. Like if we wanted to look at someone more left, we could probably look at like someone like AOC or like even Mamdani. But I want to talk about messaging.
How we give you the reason first why you support Donald Trump?
the economy. However, that's a harder argument because of the because of period one and the GDP decline.
I mean, how can you say he's better for the economy? Like, in what way
I
was he?
can't, not right now. Not right now. Like, I can't anymore. Like maybe in terms of his first term, you could.
So,
But I mean,
I
he
don't,
didn't
I
really.
don't know if he could do that even, but even, yeah, now you acknowledge he's not better for the economy. So what is he better on?
Um, but he won the swing states.
He won swing states. So did Biden in 2020.
Parker, can we talk about messaging now since I told you the reason?
I don't think you have a reason why you support Trump.
No, I told you my reason like initially how it like,
No,
but
what's
that
your
reason
reason? Wait, so do you not support Trump anymore?
No, I definitely would.
Like, if you could go back in time and you could either vote for Kamala Harris
Oh,
or Donald Trump, given the knowledge
Donald
you have right
Trump.
now, who would you vote for?
Donald Trump, man.
Why?
You know, I feel like I feel like he's definitely a better leader in terms of the world stage.
In what way?
You know, I feel like he's more taken seriously.
By who?
You know, like the EU.
Really, the EU? Really, the EU takes him more seriously. Have you seen his approval rating in the EU?
No, I would say in terms of leadership, like
Yeah,
the EU's leadership.
definitely. I mean, they laughed at him, and he baby raged and left the event.
Where did
Boris
they laugh at
Johnson,
him?
Emmanuel Macron, and Justin Trudeau were laughing at Trump, and
Yeah, but
he
that's
saw he was there and
Macron.
he heard it,
Parker,
and
Parker,
he
that's Macron,
baby
bro.
raged and left the event.
I'm pretty sure anybody would baby rage about Macron and Trudeau whining at you.
Yeah, so tell me where he's at all respected in Europe. Like,
Like in terms of a country, like specifically, I feel like that'd be harder to do. Like I feel like it'd be easier to like just say a world leader rather than a country because it'd be hard to find a whole country that would support someone. No.
anything. Give me anything.
Parker, I'm sorry. It's impossible to even like troll and pretend to like Donald Trump anymore.
Yeah, I know, right? Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We have like no guest requests, everyone. Dean is stealing everyone. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. I'm making a joke. Yo, it's about you.
Yeah, I just was continuing because I just wanted to let you know that I don't like you.
Why?
I just don't like you.
Why not? Oh, you love me. What are you talking about?
Nah, I hate you, bro. Like with a passion.
Then tell me why. Well, under your view, didn't I help get Trump elected? So why don't you love me?
I mean, yeah, like that kind of goes with it. Yeah, obviously. Like,
So you
I
love me.
mean-
You love what you think I'm doing good for the world right now, huh?
yeah, I
I'm
mean,
doing good for the world
unfortunately,
under this
you
guy's
being on
view.
here-
These guys think.
Unfortunately, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. You got me there. I'm not gonna lie. You.
Hey, everyone, can we get some
you're-
W's in the comment section? He thinks we're doing good for the world, everyone. I think we agree here. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah,
W's in the comment
unfortunately,
section. He
you're-
agrees that we're doing good for the world. Let's go. Now, arguing against Trump on the
Unfortunately,
live
your
is really
crypto
good.
has-
I should keep arguing against Trump on the live. Let's go, everyone. W's in the comment section. He agrees with us. Let's go.
All right, that's actually kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm
kinda-
actually sitting here laughing at my desk thinking about that's actually hilarious. Yeah, I mean, because honestly, you did, but like at the same time, I can't hate you for it because I respect the grifting. But like, it's
I love grifting, dude. Grifting is so fun. Trevor, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. I really
And these
appreciate it. Thank
people
you.
eat it up, though.
Joyce
Like,
with the
people in your chat
$50
eat
on
it up.
Venmo.
It's
Thank you
absolutely
so much, Joyce. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the $50 for the grift. Thank you, Sammy, with the $5. Alexis, thank you for the $5. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. William, thank you for the $1. Micah, thank you for the $10 for the DNC money and the grifting.
Do you think she's gonna win in 2028?
If she ran against Donald Trump, I would hope that she did.
Well, he's not running again, boss.
Well, I meant against like the new Trump candidate.
Against JD?
Yeah, like I would vote for her over JD. For sure.
Well, yeah, but I don't think she's winning. Not against JD.
Really? Well, I mean, I think she
JD's
would.
beating her, but why?
Why? Because
Like, why
I
would
mean,
you run her again?
well, I mean, I'm not saying it's like my most preferable condition to run Kamala Harris, but I would support Kamala Harris over like JD Vance for sure.
I mean, the thing is, like, these people in your chat, like, they want her bad, and it's just like,
I mean,
I hope,
to be honest with you, I
think
think to be honest with you, I think my chat's gonna want like progressives more probably. Let me think of the $10
Do
and
you
Raina.
think
Thank
that
you so much
wins
for the
national
$5
elections?
for the grift money. Thank you so much. What'd you say?
there's no way that wins a national election.
That what wins the national election? Progressivism?
I don't think that wins.
Oh, I think it totally wins.
When has it won?
And when has
I
it been
mean, Bernie
tried?
was Bernie was the most progressive, and the establishment shot him down.
That's the establishment, not the national election. And think of the $10.
Yeah,
Thank you
but
so much.
But the
They said
establishment
sometimes I
is-
think these folks accuse you of grifting are on your payroll.
The
Keep up the
establishment
grifting.
is-
You know what? You know what? How do you like the payment that you're gonna get after this for coming up on my live stream?
No, I'm not getting a payment,
Yeah,
unfortunately. I wish I was, though.
you got paid by the DNC to come up on this live stream to help grift.
Okay, I will say this though: the establishment does control your party, though. So I mean, it doesn't really matter what you guys want. Like, I mean,
No,
you could say the
no,
same
it
thing
does.
about
Like it does.
Republicans.
I absolutely think if we run the moderates out of the party in terms of like literally just straight up like electing in a progressive for this time and saying like stop the bullshit in the Democratic Party, we want a progressive, we'll get one. We will totally get one.
I mean, the reason why you lose is because people associate your party with guys like Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi.
Wait, so what you just
that.
conceded is that because corporate Democrats are the ones that people associate the Democratic Party with is the reason why we lose, not the progressives.
Okay, but like, I mean, when has a progressive ever won a national election? Like, what was the most progressive Democratic president we've had? Probably Obama.
Obama or Biden, yeah. But like I'm not disputing that we haven't had a progressive candidate, but that doesn't mean that like they won't have the ability to win. I think that Schumer and Pelosi are not progressive. I think they're corporate Democrats, and I think that they are the Democratic Party that people have an issue with.
Yeah, I just want to point out that I didn't say that Schumer was progressive for anybody saying that. Obviously, he's not. He's part of the establishment, and I don't think AOC and people like that can win a national election.
You say you don't think they can win. What do you disagree with that they advocate for?
I mean, where's the money coming from that they're using to fund all of what they want
Did you
to
ask
fund?
that about Donald Trump? I mean, he added $4 trillion more to the debt-related spending. You didn't give a flying fuck.
I mean,
So
no,
why
not
are
necessarily.
why
I
you have
definitely
you have
care,
no
but
right?
What am I gonna? What are
you
you
have
gonna
no
do
you have
about
no right to sit there and say how are they going to pay for it when you can't pay for it.
What do you mean?
You have no right
I'm
to
not
sit
the one.
and say they
I'm
can't
not
pay
in
for it.
favor of. I'm not in favor of them raising the debt. But also,
Oh,
no,
you're in
acknowledge that
favor
what
of
can you
Trump
do about
doing
it?
it.
No, I
Yeah.
never said that either.
Well, he did so through the big beautiful
No,
bill
but
by
like,
3.4 trillion.
when have they ever cared? I mean, they're literal hypocrites. Like Chuck Schumer yesterday talking about how
I don't like Chuck Schumer.
like they're talking about building the ballroom. I mean, that's your party. That's who you're associated with.
Dude, I don't like everyone in the Democratic Party. I'm not a cult member.
That's who. I'm not saying you do. I'm saying that's who you are associated with.
Okay, well, I mean, there's KKK that votes for the Republican Party, so that's who you're associated with.
No,
Wh-
because
wh-
Chuck
no,
Schumer
no,
actually
no.
is a represent- Wait, when was
Marjorie
the last time
Marjorie
that-
Taylor
wait,
Greene, who
how is
said
that
Jewish
equivalent?
space
How is that
lasers called the.
equivalent?
Wait. She said
How is
Jewish.
that equivalent, bud?
Marjorie Taylor Greene said Jewish space lasers caused the fires in Maui.
But how is that
or Fires in
equivalent?
Hawaii. Do you believe that?
How is that
that's what
equivalent?
you're associated with.
How
That's
is-
MAGA.
Last time I checked, I don't think KKK member is in Congress.
Marjorie Taylor Greene is.
You think Marjorie Taylor Greene is a KKK?
No, that's not
member?
what I said. That's not what I said. I said specifically that she said that she believes Jewish space lasers
No, you-
caused the fires in Hawaii.
Dude, I don't care what she says. Just much like you say you don't care about
Oh.
Chuck Schumer.
Oh,
I don't care what she said. But I'm saying that's
oh,
in
it's
your
almost like now he
won in
understands. Oh my gosh,
2024.
it makes so much sense
Who,
as soon as I say it as applicable
who
to his
won
side.
last year? Who won last year though?
You talking
That
about the
worked.
presidency?
Did that strategy not work? I mean, is she not won like her race? Like, is she not sitting in Congress right now? Like, does that not work? Like, I don't know. I mean, if that's her strategy to grift and do whatever she needs to say to get in Congress, then it works.
That's bad. I disagree with what she's doing. And
Obviously,
also,
but
by the
I'm
way, here,
obviously.
let's go
Do you
back.
think I
Let's
support
run
her?
back a little bit. You said grift again. Can you define grift?
What you do on a daily basis, dude.
No, can I have a definition?
What you do on a daily basis.
And can I have a
That's the
definition?
And what does it matter?
Can I just have a definition of grift?
Tricking people into believing that you're something that you're clearly not. I mean, you do this for money. Like,
So
you
what am I
obviously do
not?
this for money
What
every
am I
day. You don't do this.
what am I not?
Nobody cares about the debate.
Ed,
is
thank you for the
over.
$10.
Like,
Thank
the
you so much,
country
Ed,
spoke.
for the
country
grifting. Thank you
spoke
so much,
last year.
Ed, for the $10.
The
Trevor,
country
thank you so much for the
spoke and
$5 for the grift.
lost.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I think that's really bad, by the way, Trevor.
Yeah, I mean, the country spoke and you lost. So, I mean, the reason why you do this still is money, because nobody cares about this debate anymore. Like, Trump is your president for the next 3 years, regardless of whether you like it or
You
not.
know that it
So,
impacts future elections, though, right? Like how people view future elections and view future candidates within the Republican Party, as Trump is going to determine who the next candidate is.
Democrats have a 30% approval rating on average right now. They're
And
underwater.
so does Trump.
Your party is underwater.
So does
Buddy,
Trump.
Trump's approval rating is higher than the Democrats right now. Every poll
His
says
approval,
so. If you put any stock
his approval
into
rating
that
is
at all,
his approval rating is very similar to what it
it's
was
like
after
41%. Democrats are way
no, it's
worse.
not.
than
It's
that.
not. His approval
Yes,
rating
they are.
is his.
Look at the Wall Street Journal poll that
hey,
recently
hey,
came out,
hey,
bud.
hey. His approval rating is very similar to what it was after January 6th. It's in the 30s, right? We're talking. I think it was.
What
30,
are Democrats?
I think it was 34%.
What are
when I checked from
Democrats'
Gallup.
approval
I'd have
rating?
to check the Gallup poll. But
What are Democrats' approval rating?
I'd have
What are
to-
Democrats polling at right now?
I don't know. I haven't.
Less.
Does
Yeah,
that
'cause you
change?
don't
Does
want
that
to,
change
'cause
anything?
you know you're underwater.
Well, and also
You know you're
Democrats
underwater.
in general isn't. You want to
They're
look
so
at one
mad.
candidate.
They're so mad in the comments. Hang on, this is so funny, bro. Look at your comment.
Approval rating for Kamala Harris is higher. How do you feel about that?
She's not the president. She doesn't even hold
Wait, but-
elective
but, like,
office right now.
wait,
So
wait,
what
wait,
are they
so
approving of? her
Why
for?
would
Just
you? Why
being
would
a
you?
figure?
Why would you compare?
Who cares?
Why would you compare Trump to the entirety of the Democratic Party? Why wouldn't you compare Trump to
Buddy,
a Democrat?
you don't look at those
Casey,
polls
thank you for
because
the
you don't wanna
$5 for the grift. Thank you so much, Casey.
You don't want to see them. I mean, they're so mad in your comments because I'm literally speaking facts, no matter what. Above all, you don't want to look at it because you know you're underwater. You know you're unpopular.
Do you want to
I
actually
mean,
give me a
did you
critique
look
of
at
what
the
I
Wall
said?
Did you look at the Wall Street Journal poll
Push the money
that
down.
said Democrats have a 30% approval rating?
Dude, this is like the same as me saying you have 0 followers. No one follows you. No one likes what you have to say. Like what?
Well, I mean,
Paisley, thank you so much for the
but
7
I'm not
Canadian for
I'm
the
not
grift.
running for national office like
So,
Democrats.
so you're on the live trying to speak up here right now and trying to speak. I'm on the live too.
I'm
so
telling
therefore,
you-
therefore,
I'm
therefore,
telling you-
since people follow me and don't follow you, they should listen to me, right? Privacy, think of the
No.
$5. Thomas, think of the $5.
People
See,
listen
your
to
approval
Charles
rating is
Manson.
dog shit. Look at the internet
People
right now. The
listen to
internet
Charles
hates you, dude. The internet. Look at the approval rating in the comment
People-
section for the guests. Can we get some L guests in the comment section right now? Let's see the approval rating for the guests.
People listen to Charles Manson too. Should they have done that?
What? I don't.
See
I don't
what
even
I'm
know-
just doing. What you?
I don't-
I'm just doing what
are
you're
you
doing.
What?
Yeah. See, like I'm just.
I'm critiquing your argument, you fucking idiot.
Yeah. Okay. You're a fag.
Oh, you're
We
so
know
mad. You're so mad. You had to use a slur because you're so mad. Get the fuck off the stream. He's so mad. He's so mad. So mad because he took an L, because he got dunked on. Look at that guy. SoCal, thank you for the $2. So mad. Disgusting. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Nice. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
24.
Do you support Donald Trump?
I have family that supports Donald Trump.
Are they with
I
you?
just kind of want some talking points. They are not currently.
Okay, if you want talking points, I recommend to listen to the live. That's actually the reason why I do these lives, is to give people talking points to argue against other people. You should watch the lives. There's all my streams on YouTube, and you can go back and watch them. Katie, thank you for the $20 for the auto grift. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Katie. Yo, what's up? How old are you? All right, let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump, everybody. We are just looking for some debates. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Alrighty. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
25.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes.
Why so?
How are you and Dean so damn sexy?
Okay, so they definitely do not support Donald Trump. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump, everybody. We are just looking for some debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
What are you doing? What? I'm critiquing your argument.
They're looking into the debates. W watching the debates. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Okay, chat. That might be it for the day. Because like I literally there's no guest requests. That might be. We might have to go join Dean now because I think he stole everyone on TikTok for guest requests. I'm not gonna lie. Everyone who's on here on TikTok, I'd really recommend to go over to my YouTube. I'd really recommend to go over there because we've got like nothing here for debates right now. So we're gonna go join Dean. Everyone, if you want to stay on TikTok, go join Dean and say Parker Raid. Otherwise, I'd really recommend to go join the YouTube stream. I'd really appreciate it. Because I won't be live anywhere else right now until Dean gets off. Diane, thank you so much for the $10. And by the way, Jay with the $300 on PayPal. Holy shit, can we get some W's for Jay in the comment section right now? W's for Jay. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Can we get some W's for Jay in the comment section? Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Jay. That's incredibly fucking kind of you. Thank you so much, Jay. Can we get some W's? Libby, thank you for the $5. Thank you. I know it's actually diabolical. He takes all of that, but yeah, can we get some W's for Jay? Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I actually I'm going to my Gmail and I'll read your whole message because it actually doesn't show up on PayPal on my phone for me for some reason. So I have to go to check the whole message on my email real quick. But can we get some fucking W's for Jay in the comment section right now? I fucking really appreciate you, Jay. Seriously, W's in the comment section right now. W's in the comment section right now. Thank you so much. Let me see if I can find. There we are. I do see the whole thing. Okay, everyone on TikTok, recommend to go over to the YouTube. Otherwise, I recommend to go over to my go over to Dean and spam Parker Raid. Love y'all, everyone. Have a good night, y'all. Love y'all so much. Or a good day. Oscar, thank you so much for the 5 Canadian. Thank you, Oscar. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Give me some W's for Oscar in the comment section right now. But Jay, thank you so much. Unbelievable. So incredibly kind of you. Incredibly kind of you. Holy shit. Can we get some W's for Jay in the comment section? We're going to be joining Dean right now. Sorry, I'm just responding, everyone. W's for Jay in the comment section. Seriously, thank you so much. YouTube, stay here. Absolutely, we're gonna be going and joining Dean for some debates here. We'll be joining Dean for some debates. Maybe we will for a little bit. I actually don't know. It seems like most people are leaving, to be honest, and joining Dean. So I don't know. I might even just like end early today. We'll see, but. We'll see. We'll try to join Dean though. Give it a second, everyone. I have to join on my Parker Needs a Job account. Alrighty. Alrighty. He has 11,000 people in there. Alrighty. We'll give it a second. And then once he adds me in, Once he adds me in, we'll be fine. Give it a second, everyone. Really? Yeah, he has 11,000 in there, yeah. Let me see what he has on YouTube. He probably has more than me on YouTube right now. Marie, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you for any high school students in here. I'm sorry that school days are so long. We just had a all-day PD teacher meetings, and oh my god, it's so hard to pay attention. I feel you. I feel you on that. Oh my gosh, Sid with the $150 on Venmo. Sid, I've been missing so many of your lives recently. It feels so weird. Just wanted to say I appreciate you as always and hope you've been doing all right. Thank you so much, Sid. Don't worry about that at all. Don't worry about that. I will be on live literally what's it called? Later tomorrow. Hopefully you can get there. Oh, Dean added us.
Veteran down below right now for another 20 would mean the world to me. And if you want to come up here and debate me and Parker, look at the middle of the phone screen right now. Only join the queue if, drumroll please, you are 18 plus, you are from America, and you support Trump. Make sure we are following those rules, everybody. And let's go and get that next guest loaded in right now. We got Taco loading up. Now, there's a handful of other people I like to thank outside of the disgusted veteran. Once again, thank you so much, sir. And also thank you for your service once again. I would like to thank Skylar for the $25 over on PayPal. Thank you, Skylar. Show some love to Skylar down below, 250 Skylar W's. They say being an amazing person and educating Trump supporters on your live. Thank you, Skylar. As well as Nyla with the $10 on PayPal says, after transitioning, I started my own business, bought a home, and found the love of my life. Before I was depressed and barely making it. That is a life-saving procedure. Absolutely 110% Nyla. I'm so happy that you're doing all right and that you're feeling happy. And thank you for being here with us for the day. Everybody, please show some love to Nyla, NYLA, down below in that chat for the 10. And then Mary, 9 minutes ago on PayPal with the $20 donation. Holy crap, thank you, Mary. Show some love to Mary down below. Mary says, you never cease to amaze me. Keep crushing it, Dean. Mary, I'm happy that I'm doing something right. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the love and thank you for your very, very kind words. Then Aspen with a 5, Spider with a 2, and Travis with a 5. Thank you guys for the love. And then also, I didn't even see this, but Emily with a $20 on Venmo 13 minutes ago says, thanks for doing something so many of us don't have the stomach to do anymore with the MAGA cult, and thank you for not staying silent. I love what I do, and I'm so happy that it has a positive impact on the world around me, and thank you for your kind words, Emily. And then one last one here, Kara with a $50 donation on Venmo. Kara, that is so much money. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Kara. 500 Kara W's down below right now. Kara says, you are appreciated and loved by so many. Have a good stream. Kara, dude, you're an icon. Thank you for the love. Thank you for supporting what we do here. Thank you for supporting independent journalism and what we do on the streams with the debates. You are so very kind. While we're hopping into this next guest, W Kara is down below in that chat. And Taco, welcome up. Do you support Trump?
Of course I support Trump.
Why so?
All right. By the way, the seltzer in your profile picture there, terrible. Anyways, take it away.
It's all right, right? I mean, whatever. Everybody's got an opinion. So the reason I support Trump, I just kind of want to simplify it for you more. I understand that a lot of people come on here, they don't really understand policy, and I'm not going to pretend like I understand a lot of policies. But I think your traditional American.
Nah, I knew he was gonna be. Sorry.
I think your traditional American truly just wants to see results right away, and I mean, $12,500 a year in untaxed overtime is a pretty good thing for me having a family, I would assume. I'm not trying to argue. I'm just maybe get your feel on it. Maybe you know more about the bill than I do. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I would like to hear it.
Yeah, when we ignore... Oh, go ahead, Parker.
Oh, I was going to say, for people who make under $51,000 a year, their after-tax income will decrease. So take into account even all the tax cuts that people will get in these types of circumstances. We still see a net tax increase for people who are low and middle income individuals. Plus, if you want to reference in terms of the effect on billionaires and millionaires, it disproportionately helps the rich. So if you wanted to do specifically tax cuts for the middle class individuals, we're on board with you. We totally want to do that. We want to do tax cuts for middle class people. That's not what this bill is, though.
Okay.
All right. You're talking about... Then you're also talking about results. Wait, is my Venmo on the link tree off again? Dude, what is it is off. Oh my God, what is going on today? Okay, yeah, the Venmo's back on the link tree.
That's so
What's
weird.
going on, dude? It happened yesterday too. It's me. I'm the issue. I'm the issue. Anyways. And then you're also talking about wanting to see results. Well, the issue here is, how do you feel about the result of like losing jobs in the last month?
Can you elaborate on that? I would like to just
Yeah.
understand.
We had a job report that shows that we lost jobs in the last month. That's coming from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Unemployment is now up to 4.2%. And on top of that, the Bureau of Labor Statistics revised all the prior job reports. And what we see is not pretty. We went from adding like 200,000 jobs to the economy in the month before last down to just adding 14,000. It looks like maybe the economy isn't responding as well as it should be to Trump's tariffs.
Yeah. I mean, he did say initially that in the beginning it's not gonna affect as quickly. But I mean, I think that it could be a positive thing. I mean, did you know the national debt was paid off one time in history, U.S. history? Do you know who that was by?
I don't think that Clinton paid it all the way off. He got pretty close.
It wasn't even close to Clinton. It was Andrew Jackson. Do you know how he did it?
By the way, that's a system that doesn't have Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, has none of the social programs that we rely on in today's modern day and age. The idea that you're comparing that to now is kind of ludicrous.
Also, why are we boasting money raised by our government off of tariffs when the way tariffs get that money is by increasing the price of the goods they're imposed on at the end of the day, which just negatively impacts American consumers and disproportionately negatively impacts American consumers the poorer you are, because the more of your paycheck you spend on those goods. So think about it. He's arguing that it is a great thing we should talk about and celebrate that our government is raising money by taxing poor people more.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know. I would like. I guess I would have to just look at the bill again myself, and I don't know how we can do that though when there's thousands of pages in every bill that's passed by any administration. You know what I mean?
Well, that's why we look at that's why we look at studies done on the bill by people that get paid to read them and get paid to think about them, etc. And then we just compare and contrast them.
Yeah, and also nonpartisan analysis, because typically people will try to cite on the Republican side like partisan analysis from only the Republican Party or from MAGA individuals, which is not a good way to look at like overall information, and that's why we rely on the Congressional Budget Office, the Committee for Responsible for Our Budget, etc.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
We
just want to
just
say,
make sure that their methodology checks out and whatnot. Anything
Yep.
else?
I just want to say I really appreciate the respect you guys showed me. If I had better content to bring to you, I would. But thank you
Have a good
again.
rest of your day,
and-
man.
Yep. See ya.
So yeah.
See?
Super duper quickly, Taylor, thank you for the $20 super chat over on YouTube, saying that you guys need to make merch so the people want it. Bro, I've been meaning to do that for fucking ever. I mean, I have an idea. I just need to execute on it when I have time. But thank you for the $20, Taylor. I'm gonna hop on that soon. Don't you worry. And also, it's gonna be sweet. Then also, yo, Jenna, thank you for the $20 over on PayPal, saying everybody in their life, everybody needs more Dean in their lives. Well, that's a big compliment. I don't know if I'm that great, but that's very kind. So everybody show some love to Jenna and Taylor for the $20 each. And then also show some love to, oh my God, Lauren with the $20 on Venmo, saying thank you for all that you do. You watch my lives almost every day. That's awesome, Lauren. That is LAURYN. Show some love to Lauren down below. Thank you. As well as Kara with another $50 donation on Venmo. Kara donated another $50 just to tell me that her name is pronounced Kara, not Kara. I'm literally so sorry. I all the love in the world. I apologize for butchering your name so much. Show some love to Kara down below in that chat for the $50 donation. Thank you. And then Shirley with a $10 donation on PayPal. Sorry, Venmo, saying, I've been in all of your lives for months now. Love you. That is awesome, Shirley. I've seen you here a handful of times. Thank you for the love. Much love to you as well. And Rusty, welcome in. So, do you support Trump?
Yeah, I support Trump.
How old are you?
19.
What year were you born in?
2005.
Oh, well, what month?
October.
All right, that would make you 19. So you were yapping down below in the chat, right? You were saying that you were going to cook me? Can we get like an idea of like the game plan here? How are you going to cook me?
No, he's running away. Have I debated
he's
this
gonna-
guy? I feel like I've debated this guy.
Well, he's running away now, though. He's like actively leaving before the debate even started.
I think I
Whatever was
dunked
supposed
on
to be
this guy,
cooking.
chat. Does anyone? Hey everyone, my iPad just died, so I have to plug in my phone. Give me 1 sec. I gotta plug in my phone. 1 moment. 1 moment necessary. If you're on YouTube, everyone, make sure to like that stream. I would really appreciate it. Let's try to get to 2,000 likes today. That's what I want to try to do today. That's definitely what I would like to try to do today. I know that we're going to get less today for sure. Rookie mistake, Parker, for real. I might, for a bit, I'll see like what times I'll be busy today. I might do a shorter live today. It won't work, chat. I'm getting really annoyed. I'm really trying, everyone, and it won't work. So I might just get off, honestly. To be totally honest, I might just get off. I'm almost at that point. I'm getting off. I can't do it. It's really frustrating me. I'm sorry, everyone. I love everyone so much. My technology is not working. And I'm not going to get any guests on the stream because it killed the stream today and I don't have my main account. So I love everyone. I might be on a little bit later. I'll see how I feel. I love y'all so much. Have a good night, everyone.